You are now in the arena. Welcome to Gridiron presented by Underdog.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
My name is Kinsey and I'm your host, and today we have a crazy day. I'm so excited, but first I gotta introduce my boys. We have one of the most prolific figures in the history of sports media and the man who has never lost a debate, Skip Bayless.
I don't know. Skip might have lost a debate now. By now, I think he got an L on his record now.
Undefeated.
Undefeated. Super Bowl champion, 5-time Pro Bowler, and 2-time All-Pro cornerback, Aqib Talib.
Yeah.
The 4-time Pro Bowler and the man you want having your back at all times, Richie Incognito.
Big guys back in the arena.
All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowler, defensive tackle, one of the most disruptive D tackles of his generation, Gerald McCoy.
Hello, G. G, I'm glad you welcomed me back, man.
What's up, brother? What's up, baby?
I missed you.
Yes,
I miss Lil Lead.
Yes, sir,
I miss
man.
the whole family. But you know, I just noticed, man. Like I'm a big guy, you know. So I'm not a larger than life type figure.
Of course.
You know, he's a champion. He's a little guy. So I brought you something. So just in case I'm ever gone again,
For me?
you ain't never gotta miss me. Leave.
Oh,
For you.
God.
I brought you something. Hold on, let me
There you
see this. Let me see. I brought you
You got
something.
for me? For me?
Larger than life figure, man.
Let me see.
Now, you ain't ever gotta worry about it's G.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, Lee.
Let's go, G.
You got little Lee, we got Big G in the back.
Let's put him on the board then,
Let's hang him
man.
on the board.
Hey.
Now the camera. You
That's
know,
the G I remember.
Look at how cute you look.
The short dread G.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
short dread.
Short dread G.
Hey, so
That's the one I
now we
remember right
back,
there.
we getting this, you turn around, you're like, yeah, Skip, you go.
I might refer to him. Right, G?
Right, G?
Right, G?
Yeah.
All right, for sure.
Wait, how many rings does G have?
I still, it don't matter. Big figure, little figure, still no rings.
Say no ring. Oh, I thought that would have a ring. No? I was just asking. I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know.
shots
I was just asking.
Bang, bang.
We supposed to be OU.
I know, we are.
When you was with the Cowboys, I was with the... Oh, okay.
Hey, shots fired early, Skip. I'm with you,
Wow.
Skip.
That's crazy.
Well, I had to defend
Action
him
figure.
because now I'm going to ask him, can you please refund my bet? Because C.J. Stroud got hurt. I mean,
Hey,
there's no way I would
No
have taken that
refunds,
bet.
no
Hey.
refunds.
I got to have a refund right here, right now.
Quarterbacks want to play running back. Shit happens.
Oh.
Man, you had to remember my argument needed Rose Parks.
We'll get to that.
Remember the one that needed Rose Parks?
That's it, yeah.
We already had this conversation. When them quarterbacks want to play running back, they got to deal with that running back shit.
That was a good line I had about Rose Parks.
It was great.
Right,
It was great.
Thank you.
It was nice.
Dang, the boys came to play today. I do think you owe him sushi.
Sushi.
I might have to join. I might have to join.
Sushi.
Cat, you thinking catch? Little.
Yeah.
Cat.
Maybe a little Nobu Malibu.
Hey, listen, I'm not lying. Hey, no boots.
But lately, I've been on this catch wave. You know what I'm saying?
Better
I
than
went to
Nobu.
Dallas
You went to the one in Dallas?
Oh, man, I
Yeah,
stay
it
at
was
the one
hitting,
in Dallas,
what?
man.
Yeah, man.
Alex, hey, we'll be there. Me and Skip, and get us a table ready. We'll be there soon.
A fraudulent dinner. That's what it'll be.
Skip's gonna be moping the whole time, but he does owe you. All right, you guys, this episode is presented by Underdog. If you are new to Underdog, today is the day. Get $100 in bonus entries when you play just $5 with code GRID, win or lose. You can make picks right now in most states, including Georgia, Texas, California. So go support the show, claim your bonus, and start playing today with code GRID. Today we have a packed show coming off another wild Sunday of football. And so, of course, we got to talk about the Vikings-Lion upset. Crazy. The Panthers-Packers upset. Steelers beating the Colts. The Bengals and Bears. God, I want to throw up. Wild game and so much more. So let's get right into it, guys.
Yep.
The Seattle Seahawks delivered an absolute beating to the Commanders last night. So winning 38-14. They were up 31-7 at half. But I think the real story is Jayden Daniels with the gruesome non-throwing injury on his elbow. That was disgusting.
Oh,
God,
bad.
poor Jayden Daniels. And my question is, with that blowout, should they have kept Jayden Daniels in the game? We do have a little Dan Quinn quote here.
Yeah, not a
What'd he
mistake.
say?
I mean, obviously, like the hindsight, you don't want to think that way, where an injury could take place. So we're more conservative in that spot to run and hand off and not have reads to go. But just the end result, Nick Young $75.
All right. Well, Aqib, should Jayden Daniels have been in the game that long and he wouldn't have gotten injured? Should they have kept him in?
Yes, you keep them in.
You were getting a beat down.
All right, so hear me out, Kinsey.
All right,
Look,
Aqib.
you play to win the game, right? Mm-hmm. They scored a touchdown on the next play. That's 7 minutes left, right? Mm-hmm. If he scored that touchdown, Jayden don't get hurt. Whoop, they score that touchdown. That's 14. You kick an onside kick. If you get it, then you put him back in. He scored within 3 minutes. Now they down 21-31 with 4 minutes left, right? I just seen damn Joe Flacco score 2 touchdowns in 1 minute.
Yep.
So why not? You down 10 points with game still on the line. You play to win the game. Now, if you kick that onside kick and you don't get it, now I'll probably take him out. And now it's probably, we need this. If we don't get this, we lost. Now I'll probably take him out. So that probably would have been his last possession if they didn't get the onside kick. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? You play to win the game, and when you're a quarterback and you run the ball the way that Jalen Daniels do, you got to deal with running back shit, right? I mean, that's what me and Skip had this conversation, and he said my argument was needed Rose Sparks. You know what I'm saying? He said my argument needed Rose Sparks. And then look what happened. I'm telling you, bro, for that reason right there, that's why I would take Bo over. I don't got to deal with that kind of shit.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's why, hey, when you're a quarterback and you do running back shit, you got to deal with running back problems.
Right.
Simple as that, man. So I definitely would have had him in the game, though. I'm going to play until it's all the way out of reach. I think 7 minutes and 30 seconds is a little early to wave the white flag in the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
So are you saying he's always going to be hurt?
I don't know if you asked me that on Friday, Skip. I told you, I don't know. You said you don't think he always going to be hurt.
I don't.
And look, he hurt again. So
okay.
I think if he keep on running like a running back, all right, you always going to have to deal with running back shit.
Don't tell me you were happy that he got hurt. Just for the sake of your argument? Or
Skip, I played 12 years, and if you actually look at my games, I probably played 10 and a half years because I missed so many games of injuries. Mm-hmm. So I never want nobody to get hurt, but my job is different now. My job is to sit on this couch and tell you my honest opinion. And my honest opinion is if quarterbacks fucking run like running backs, then y'all got to deal with running back shit. Simple as that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's a point in the game. I mean, they're getting trounced. It's 38-7. They can't do nothing on offense. And I hear you, but to me, it's getting to that point where you got to yank him. You got to protect your guy. He's nursing a hamstring injury. He's got big injury history now at this point.
Right.
But you can't do nothing on offense. You can't get anything going. I think that's where Dan Quinn's got to be smart. Protect your franchise QB. The whole season hinges on him. Now he's out. They're done. They're dead in the water. So, yeah, I would have loved to see him get pulled there.
Man, I say, but you have him in because if he scored that touchdown, you kick the onside, you don't get it. Now you kind of built some momentum for the next week. You know what I'm saying? He missed, like you said, he been on the shelf. He done missed 4 weeks or whatever he missed, right? You want him to we play like shit. Let's let him build some momentum going into the next game. He done drove down the field. We at the 9-yard line. He scored a touchdown. It's like, all right, that's probably his last possession. Take him out. We built a little momentum going into next week. That's how this shit go. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they left him in there, and now he's done for the season.
Yeah,
exactly.
But also, Richie, you played offense. If they go score that, just say they do score that drive.
They did.
Even for a different reason than what Talib is saying. You go get points. You're like, all right, we figured something out. Cool. We left the game like that. That's your last possession. That's something that teams do often. Like, hey, let's go out there for one more drive. Let's try and get something going. I know the game's but let's try and get something going. Let's try and put some points on the board. Then you can come sit down. Hindsight is 20/20. Wasn't nobody online, commentators, nobody was screaming, why is he still in? It only was said because he got hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
That can happen on any. What if he got hurt in the first quarter?
But even if they score there, they're still down over 20 points.
It's not about that.
It is about that.
We're trying
the
to build
offense didn't do shit all night.
Well, you would have lost the Bengals game.
You would have
tapped out, waved the white flag on the Bengals. You were down 2 touchdowns.
You never been on an offense. You never been on an offense where there's nothing going, and y'all like, you know what? We're gonna give y'all one more drive and see if we get something going. It ain't about the win. Let's see if we can get something going, some momentum, and then y'all come have a seat.
The momentum was dead. It was over. They didn't do anything all game.
But what I'm saying is,
that's the whole point of why you leave him in. We ain't did shit all game.
So let's try and get something going.
But
it's not about finishing.
He's got a big
for the
injury
win.
history. He's just been on the shelf for 3 weeks with a hamstring.
The
coach has to start thinking about it.
That's why.
7.5 to go. The coach has to start thinking, listen, our season rests with this guy.
Exactly.
He's got a
It
bad
does.
hamstring.
So that's the whole
So we
reason
get
I'm
him.
play
We get
though,
him this
Richie.
last drive. Let's see if we get something going. If it's a 3 and out or whatever, he get out the field. You done. But it's one more drive. It's 7 minutes left.
They had that mindset, and look where we're at now.
That could have happened in the first quarter. You're saying that because he got hurt. Nobody was saying this when he was still in. We're saying it now because he got hurt. What happens if that same run happens in the first quarter and he messes his elbow up? What are we going to say then? It's football.
What about
This
his
can happen.
mindset?
It's football.
Right.
What about
That's
his
what happens in
mindset? His
football.
mindset, if I don't like it, I take
He's
off and run.
competitor.
His mindset should
Yeah,
be,
so that's why
we didn't get nothing going.
No.
On to the next one.
But
We
that's
got-
why we're in
we
this,
got-
that's why
we
we're
got
in
a
this
bunch of
situation
games
we're
left.
in right now. Is because his mindset, if I don't like it, I take off and run like a running
Right.
back.
You gotta protect
So
him.
when you do that,
You gotta protect
when
him.
your mindset is like
He
that,
has-
you got to
As-
deal with
as-
running back
as the head
The
coach,
coach has to protect him?
the coach has to protect
So
the
when he's
franchise
running, he
quarterback.
don't have the mindset, let me just slide and get down. You just said he has
He's gotta
injury
protect
history. He got a
himself.
knee issue and a hamstring issue.
Right.
Why are you still trying to get extra yards? Just get down.
Exactly.
Slide
And
and
that's
take
where
the
the
sack.
head coach has to step in and say, I know my guy's going to go out there and extend plays and run and put himself at risk of injury.
Right.
We're down 38-7. We've got nothing going. Both sides of the ball look terrible. Time to get him out.
Tip, how are you feeling?
So Mike Sando had a great stat in The Athletic this morning. 6 times over the last 5 years, teams have been down 31 early fourth quarter and toward the end. And in all 6 cases in the NFL, including one involving your guy Bo Nix last year at Baltimore, all 6 times the quarterback who started finished the game. So it's routine in the NFL. You
go.
just let them finish the game. Bo Nix was down last year 41-10 early fourth quarter at Baltimore. 41-10, and Sean Payton said, "You stay out there and finish this up."
Right.
Yeah.
Now, he's
Right.
a rookie,
That's
and
how
he had
the
not been
NFL
hurt.
works.
So I
That's how it
give you
works.
that.
Richie know that.
But he's a rookie. He needs the reps.
Okay.
Jayden Daniels doesn't need those reps.
Oh,
He's
Jay
already-
don't
Daniels
need
is here
reps.
too.
He didn't-
And then
how many games
you know
did
why
he
he
do?
just
He
He
missed
brought
the
him
month.
to the NFC Championship last
But
year.
he just
He
missed
haven't
the month
played
of
this
football.
year. He haven't played yet, so he don't need the reps.
But you've seen enough out of Jayden Daniels. Get him
What
out of
have
the
we
game.
seen from him this year?
Not much.
Exactly.
Not much.
He's trying to let him get in that rhythm. He's trying to let him find that rhythm, bro.
We
You done
got-
missed the
let's
month
one
of
more
football.
drive.
Let's
One-
finish this
you-
drive.
You
score
let
a
him get
touchdown.
rhythm in the second and third quarter and into the fourth. They're
But he
doing
didn't do
nothing.
shit. He didn't find that
Exactly.
rhythm. Exactly.
So, hey,
Exactly.
So he finally
So,
found that
how
rhythm.
do
He
we know
drove down.
that?
Hold on. He drove down the field. You get to the 8-yard line. You like, all right, I'm gonna let him score the touchdown. Maybe he found that little rhythm.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna take him out.
For sure.
And he got hurt at the end of that drive.
Right.
So he wasn't early. It wasn't time
you're-
to wave the white
you're-
flag.
But you're agreeing with me that he has to come out of that game. Let's say they score
After
on
that drive, I'm
Yes.
gonna onside kick it, and if I don't get it, all right, Jaylen, you done. If I get it,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so
send him out there
we're
again,
speak-
get
we're
some more
speaking the
momentum.
same language that you have
Exactly.
to protect him against himself.
Right.
But it
And
was
as a
too
head
early
coach-
though.
But
With
everybody
7 minutes and 30 seconds left.
In then,
Right.
period.
But I agree. They go down and score. They get the onside kick. You yank him out of that game.
If y'all don't get the onside
Just
kick.
remember, last year, he was the clutchest quarterback late in games we've ever seen.
So you
He
never
was
know
like
what he can
out of
do.
his mind. He was Magic Man last year. So again, I'm going to give him a chance to finish that drive and
too.
score because they did on the next play.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I know this is college football, but my school, Vanderbilt, was down 31-10 at Texas going to the fourth quarter. And my little quarterback, Diego Pavia, who runs like a madman, scores 21 in the fourth, and we get it to 34-31. It happens all the time. I know
Right.
it's college to pro. But this kid, of any kid out there, can do this. He was playing decent, not bad. Remember, he's surrounded by crap everywhere. That team is a mess. That they
You gotta
tried to
stop
go.
calling NFL guys
Okay,
crap. Like,
but
the
listen,
NFL players,
I-
2,000 of them in the world.
You don't say anybody's trash on this show. Every other.
I mean, but
word.
all right,
Okay.
right.
Okay. Yeah, you do it. Thank you. Thank you.
It's levels to this shit. You're right.
Okay,
Kid.
okay, I'll change crap to trash.
All
then,
right.
Because they went veteran, and they just look old to me. And it's like Jayden or bust. And I was having a good time last night just watching him try to make it interesting. But to your point, Kingsbury, and I thought Dan Quinn was kind of throwing Kingsbury, easing him under the bus with what he was saying. Maybe we shouldn't have. But it was an option play, but it was a handoff flat pass option play. So it's not an RPO where you can keep it, but he gets that they're all over him all night, obviously, and he's got a man right in his face, and so he just takes off running because that's what he does as well as any. He's in Lamar's class as a runner to me, and to your point, his body's a little willowy to me. He's a little slender, built.
Flimsy.
Okay, and yeah, it's dangerous for him to run like that as much as he runs unless he gets down quick, and he hasn't learned to get down quick. It's kind of like RG3 was in his first couple.
And to your point, we've seen crazy things happen.
Yeah.
That was the Sunday night game. I remember I grew up a Bucs fan. I remember the year after they won the Super Bowl, they was up 3 scores on the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts scored 3 touchdowns in 3 minutes. And came back and won the game.
Yeah,
It happens.
So why didn't Peyton come out the game? You know why? Because when you're in, you say, you know what? Let's see if we can get something going then go from there. It was 3 minutes left. I know anybody who's a Bucs fan that's going to see this, they feel the same way I feel. I was devastated because this is the Bucs. This is when the Bucs defense, this is right the year after they won the Super Bowl. So they still the Bucs. You know, and they gave that up. So anything can happen at the end of the game. It's always hindsight. It's 2020. You look back like, why was he in the game? Well, because that's NFL football. You leave them in, you try and get something going, and then once you say, all right, that's enough, then you come out. Some coaches, like you said, you just finish the game.
Yeah.
You're still a competitor.
Now the season's over. It's done.
The season could have been over in the first quarter.
Yeah,
It could have. It could have.
That was the result.
We in this position.
Aaron Rodgers got hurt on the 4th play of the season last year.
You don't know that. You don't know that's going to happen, though, Rich.
But now that we know what happened, and now that we know the season is over for them, don't you wish you would have taken him out? Absolutely.
When
that's
Richie
easy.
becomes the head coach,
absolutely.
we know
Yeah.
You know what I
Richie's
mean?
going to tap
You know
out
how
with
many
8 minutes
mistakes
to go.
you made in life where you say, I wish I would have? I mean, like, it's you. Of course, you looking back like,
I'm
dang,
not sending my son to play for Richie because he's going to tap out with 8 minutes to go in the 4th. He's just going to say, fuck it, we lost.
No question.
I don't want my kids playing for you.
Down 38-7? Yeah, you got a chance to win it. All right, yeah. Okay.
I don't want my kids playing for you, man. I don't like it. We going to wave the white flag 8 minutes to go in the 4th.
That's not waving the white flag. That's protecting
is.
your franchise quarterback who you know is fragile.
But we seen
He
guys
is
come back.
fragile.
We've seen it all. Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen it all.
38-7. It's a wrap. They haven't done anything all night. Now your franchise quarterback's hurt.
And blame it on the
hot
quarterback,
seat.
right? I mean, blame it on the coach, right?
Not blaming it on the coach, but now we're sitting here. Jayden Daniels is done for the season. What help is he to the team now? I wish that Jayden Daniels would be in the lineup next week.
You wish that he would have faked that RPO and threw that flat like Coach called, right?
Yep.
He got to take accountability for his damn
He's
self.
got to protect himself
Exactly.
too. Absolutely.
That's what I'm
We can't
saying,
put it on the
man.
coach.
It's
That's all I'm
football.
saying. We can't put it on
But
the coach.
as a head coach, you know he's not going to protect himself. You know he's going to put himself in harm's way. So that's why.
That's why you call it RPO flat play. That's why you call that play, because I know he's not going to get down if I call a regular RPO where he can run it. So let me call an RPO where he got to throw it to, either give it to him or throw it to the flat. And he still decided to be a running back.
Why don't you turn around and just hand the ball off? You're all the way down there. Turn around and hand the ball off.
That was running to a brick wall
It's
all
a freak
day.
accident, man.
Well, Richie, I'm not going to agree with you, but the chat is. 70% of the chat says he should have not been in the game. I am with the other guys on
Ask the
this.
chat. Ask the chat how many people said that before the injury. Nobody.
Yeah, right.
Nobody was saying, get him out the game.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Now the Commanders will be bottom of the barrel NFC with the Giants.
Yeah. Well, now let's look at the Seahawks because they are tied with the best record in the NFC right now, 6-2. And as a Niners fan, I cannot support the Seahawks, but I am happy for Sam Darnold. I really am because I'm impressed. He went for 16 for 16, 282 yards and 4 touchdowns in the first half. Immaculate. So, Aqib, are the Seahawks the best team in the NFC?
Well, I will say they finally had a game where they definitely looked like the top team in the NFC. Last week I said them or the Niners haven't had a game where they just look like the best. Them other 5 teams have had at least one game where they look like the best. I think last night, that was Seattle game where they looked like the top team in the NFC. The defense was dominant. You just talked about how dominant Sam Darnold was. I just like the makeup of their team, man. They run the ball no matter what. They got the perfect balance of run and pass. Right? They get in them big mans. They run the ball, make you think run. Then they got dogs on the outside. They tight ends go to work. Man, they got a nice 4-man rush on defense. They could blitz the shit out you and match it up. Or they can just match you up and play and get that 4-man rush, and it's coming like a blitz. So I think the most important thing that they got going for themselves is they fucking dominant on the road.
On the road.
They are a dominant road team. So Man, if you got all that going for you, I got to put you up there. I won't say they the best, but they right there with the best in the NFC. And this team is definitely built for January, February football.
For sure. That's 9 straight on the road.
That's dominant, Skip.
Yes.
Yeah.
They
I thought
built
they
for
said
January.
11. Didn't they say 11?
It's 11-1 over the last 2
okay.
years, but they've won 9 straight on the road. That's impossibly great.
Yeah.
Dominant, man.
So I say they are currently.
Wow.
I think it goes up because if you look at how the NFL works, you might be this week, and I barely have them edging out Philly simply because of that loss against the Giants. Other than that, is they right here with Philly because we've seen the Lions have one of them games where it's like, dang, then they seen what happened yesterday. It's like, Packers, get them out of here. My Bucks, we seen what they did against the Lions. Then we seen them versus New Orleans. The offense wasn't really. Then they got injuries and stuff. It's a lot of teams. The
But
49ers.
didn't your Bucks beat the Seahawks
Yeah.
Yeah. They
in
did.
Seattle?
They
Niners
did, but how many
Seahawks
weeks
too.
ago was
They
that?
gave up
And
40 doing so
Yeah,
well.
they beat them there, and then we went and got the brakes beat off us against the Lions. So, like, that's what I'm saying.
I think
but
Seattle had a slow
currently,
start.
Seattle, top to bottom, they are top 5 in offense and defense. They're the only NFC team that is top 5 in offense.
5th and 5th.
And
Yep.
defense, yes. They top 3 in sacks. They haven't lost on the road, which is what Aqib said. Skip, you got to be the top team, you got to be dominant on the road. They haven't lost on the road. And again, Philly has better wins because we talked about the Colts, and we'll get into them in a minute. We talked about the Colts. My issue was who they played. So when I'm edging who's who, Philly does have better wins. They beat Kansas City and the Bucks, who were rolling on the road, and they beat the Rams at home. Now, Seattle beat Pittsburgh on the road, and they beat Jacksonville after Jacksonville was rolling versus Kansas City on the road. Those are 2 good wins, but I'm taking the Philly wins over that. The only thing for me, neither one of them run the ball well, which is why I'm you gotta be able to run the ball, but they'll get there. The only thing for me that's edging them over Philly is that loss to the Giants. But other than that, like right now, how they're playing, they playing like the best team in the NFC.
Yeah, I think they put themselves squarely in the conversation to be the best team in the NFC. I don't have them quite there yet, but they are playing great team ball. Sam Darnold on the offense, he's completely rejuvenated his career. Last night they did a good job showing him just scanning the whole field, 1 to 2 to 3, delivering the ball accurately, made some big time throws. And that defense, you can't say enough about that defense. They can rush 4, they can blitz you, they can heat you up, they can stop the run. I mean, they are a juggernaut right now. I don't have them edging. I still have Philadelphia above them. I got Tampa above them, even though Tampa's not playing great. Tampa got the win. Detroit's in the mix. I think Rams, possibly. It's neck and neck. They got 2 big games coming up against the Rams. That's probably going to decide the NFC West. November 16th, December 18th. I got those 2 games circled to see who the better team out of the West is, the Rams or the Seahawks.
I say the Rams are going to win both of those games and prove to be better than Seattle in that division. And I point out your team on opening Sunday did beat these Seattle Seahawks with Brock Purdy, 17-13 at your place. But they did do that. That's on the resume. So the reason I don't trust Seattle is, as Aqib knows, I just don't trust Sam Darnold when it really, really matters. I like him as a guy. He's having a magic carpet ride of a season, in large part because his receiver is like a ninja. I've never seen anything like JSN because he's not that big or that fast, and it's like he ninjas through defenses. And I look up and he's wide open. I say, they got 3 guys trying to be responsible for him, and he's wide open again, and he's wide open again. And I don't know how he's running routes, but he is getting open better than anybody because he's running away with receiving yards. He leads. He's 948 to Jamar Chase 841, and Jamar Chase has played one more game than he has. That's just sick to me. What he's doing, and sometimes a receiver can make a quarterback because now Sam Darnold just completely, utterly trusts that when he looks that way, that guy's going to be open, and if he's not open, he's still going to go catch it. So what happened when Sam Darnold played Baker Mayfield at home? And by the way, the corollary to all this Road Warrior stuff is they're 5-8 at home under Mike McDonald over the last 2 years. 5-8.
Yeah.
And you guys have talked about, 12th man, it's unbelievable. It's the hardest place to play. Well, it hadn't been lately because they've lost 4 of their last 6 at home. So something's wrong with that. So they were highly impressive against a crap team last night that's just fallen completely apart and then obviously lost their quarterback. So I can't read that much into what Sam Darnold did last night. But if he's up against Baker Mayfield and the money's on the line late in the game, as I told you before the game, he's going to throw one to the wrong guy. It's been his history in this league, and I don't wish ill on him. I think he's a really good guy, and I think they really love playing with and for him. But I'll bet deep down they don't completely trust him because that's been his history in the National Football League. So in the end, if we're talking about the best team, I got to say this again because it just drives me out of my mind. Howie freaking Roseman is at it again in Philadelphia. Just at it again. Come on, man.
He's running.
Why do you keep trading your players?
Hey, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
He's running laps around the NFL.
Well, he's
It's
running.
ridiculous,
He's
man.
running Super Bowl rings around Jerry Jones in
No
Dallas
doubt.
while he's out doing oil and gas.
Yeah.
Howie Roseman's out making trades,
Yeah.
and you go get Jalen Phillips, and you already got Jair Alexander and Michael Carter the second. And I'm saying those are 3 really good players to me. I don't know what happened to Jair in Baltimore. I don't know. He just got
watch him in
dog
Philly,
hit.
though.
Yeah,
It's
just
just
watch.
gonna
Just
gradually
watch.
better.
I totally
Exactly.
because we know he can play because we've seen him play at the
Really?
highest level. There were times I thought he was the best corner in the league.
Me too.
No, seriously. And all of a sudden, he's going to. Well, so you added 3 players I would take in Dallas like in a heartbeat. Save me tonight against Arizona. I need those 3, and then maybe I'll have a semblance of a credible defense. Howie Roseman just he beats everybody to the punch while everybody's laying back saying, well, let's see. No, he just says, no, boom, boom, boom. And Nolan Smith is about to come back. I'm sorry, they're the best team in the NFC still.
They are.
100%. I mean, Howie Roseman, he's unbelievable bringing in all this talent. All these other teams are sitting there, and they're not willing to go out and get a guy. They're not willing to, bring a guy into the locker room that maybe is troubled or, downplay. They say, we got the culture, we got the locker room.
They do.
We got the talent.
They do.
We'll bring these guys in who
Yeah.
are cast-offs on other teams,
Yeah.
and these guys just come in, and they
And-
ball out, and they fit in so well. It's really awesome to see.
And by the way, Jalen Phillips played for Vic Fangio with your
Exactly.
Dolphins,
Yes.
right? And so
Knows the
he'll
defense.
just segue right in and just watch what happens. He'll get after the quarterback. He'll have 4 or 5 sacks down the stretch, and he'll say, "Oh, look at that! Wow." Okay.
Eagles got another dynamic pass
Yeah.
rusher. I mean, that's the story of what they're doing.
Crazy.
Well, 70% of the chat says the Seahawks are not the best in the NFC,
Really?
so that's a pretty big majority. We'll find out about that. But Aqib, you're wearing your Broncos jersey today.
Yeah.
I see. What is that, Riley
Yeah,
Moss?
Riley Moss.
Riley Moss
It's
jersey
Riley
right
Moss.
there?
Not a
It's
Leaf
key.
jersey.
Okay.
This is a Riley Moss jersey.
Riley Moss.
Oh,
Yeah, man, this
a
is
little
Riley
hyped up
Moss,
right now.
man.
So
Telling you.
the Broncos are on a 6-game winning streak, but definitely wasn't pretty. I mean, barely took that one away, and they lost
that?
C.J. Stroud in the first quarter. So you can brag a little bit, but we're gonna give you a little shit because that wasn't pretty.
Mind you, I have won the Super Bowl before.
We know that, Aqib.
And
You
I-
tell us every day.
Hold on. Let me
I almost forgot.
write that down so I don't forget that.
And all those
Won
wins,
Super
it
Bowl.
wasn't pretty. You know
I need
what
to
I'm
get
saying?
it tattooed on me to
It's not
remember.
always pretty. It just matter, did you get the win or did you not get the win? You know what I'm saying? But I don't mind if I do brag on these Broncos a little bit. They had a nice game, if you ask me. It was very pretty. From my view, it was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm a defensive guy, so I loved it. But this defense, I think it started in the first quarter. This defense got a goal line stand. They tried to run the ball straight up the middle 3 times in a row.
It was
Skip.
first and goal at the 1.
What? At the one, they tried to run up the middle 3 times in a row. That shit was Gerald McCoy-like, bruh. Like, what the fuck is y'all doing? Knocked their ass out 3 times, then they tried to QB sneak it. They sneaked it. They got
False
it off.
start, I know.
It was a false start, but they got it off, and they didn't score on that. So it would have been our
By
ball
the way,
on
the
the
false start saved the
the
3
false
points.
starts,
I know.
yeah, it saved the 3 points because they didn't get that.
I agree.
So I think that definitely set the tone of the entire day, man. They gave up 0 touchdowns. They gave up a field goal off the interception, both through his one mistake of the day, in my opinion. Early in the first quarter, though, through an interception, we gave him a field goal off that. the little practice squad wide out. I ain't gonna say his name. He the practice squad wide out. He muffed a punt. We
did.
gave him a field goal off that.
Yep.
17% on third down. We shut him down on third down. We had 4 sacks, knocked their run game completely out. They had no chance. Chubb had like 2 good runs of like 9 yards or some shit. That shit was non-existent. You know what I'm saying? Big Zach Allen, man, he deserves some love.
He's a stud.
good.
He's a
all
stud.
player.
Big Zach Allen
All-pro,
having
man.
an
Been saying
all-pro
Zach is one of
season.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He having an all-pro season in the middle of that defense, man. A sack, 3 QB hits. Them batted balls was crucial. He bat a ball down, then he give you the DB a strap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he a DB, but he just wrecking havoc up front. The back end, great coverage all day, led by my guy, Riley Moss, and Hufanga, our task-making
everywhere.
devil back there is
Everywhere.
everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You think you got something wide open in the flats,
No.
he come knock the shit out you.
He does.
2-yard gain. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
So we flying around on defense. We had major stops in the fourth quarter that gave Bo the ball back. You know what I'm saying? That last defensive series, they took 15 seconds off the clock. They got the ball with 1:15. Bo got the ball back with a minute left in the game.
Who was the quarterback for Houston at that point?
I don't know.
You don't know who it
They
was.
starting
Davis.
quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what
What's his
happened?
name?
They starting quarterback was on that running back shit. He was on that running back shit, Skip. And when you try to play running back at quarterback, guess what you got to do, Skip?
Get down earlier.
You got to deal with them running back problems. You know what I'm saying? I seen so many running backs run, get his ass hit his head off the turf, and he got his ass up.
It was
You know
a
what I'm
clean
saying?
hit. I give you a clean
He hit him
hit.
right in the chest.
Yep.
You get
thought it
down
was a
late,
clean
you got
hit?
hit in the
Yep.
chest.
I didn't
Clean.
like it.
It was
I don't like
clean.
it.
Hey, it's Kinsey, you ain't never been in them pads before, but it's so bang bang, Kinsey.
Fast.
It's so
I'm like, he's
fast.
trying to slide. You just.
I'm trying to tackle him, and then you go to slide, and then it's boom, boom.
Hold on. I
Like,
think she's a better athlete than you are.
well, she might be now. Hey,
I'm serious.
How my
Am I right?
Achilles feel right now? I don't want no smoke with Kinsey.
Yeah,
For real. But we got the ball back with a minute left, and then you know what time it was, Skip? It was fourth quarter bowl.
Oh, shit.
That's
It was fourth quarter bowl. You don't like it?
No.
You don't like the name?
I like it. I'm feeling it.
Hey,
I'm feeling
fourth
it.
quarter bowl. Look, you know what he did to start the fourth quarter? Touchdown drive. He started the fourth quarter with a touchdown drive, dime over here to Franklin. Another dime over here to Franklin. Then the little double move to Harvey. Man, it's crazy out the backfield. I don't know what he do in the fourth quarter, but he just crank up. Then we had to get that 2-point conversion, and he threw another absolute dime that only the receiver could catch. That was great defense by the safety. He came, he tried to break it up. I thought my TV glitched real quick. I said, oh, what the fuck? Was it a magnet or something, Skip? The ball just went straight to his hand. It was crazy. It was an absolute dime, man. So then Bo, he didn't make the big mistake late in the game. Everybody ready for him to make this mistake like all the other young quarterbacks do. He didn't make the big mistake, and he used his legs, not all day like a running back. He just used his legs exactly when he need to. You know what I'm saying? It's like Patrick Mahomes usually do. He didn't do it on Sunday, but like Pat don't just run around all day. He run on third down. He run in the fourth quarter when he gotta have it. That's what Bo do. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
Wait, is the show over yet?
I'm doing like Skip. I'm on my Skip shit right
Yeah,
now.
I know.
This gonna take 10 minutes.
All right.
This
we
gonna
got a
take 10
monologue from Aqib.
Hey, and then he used his legs exactly when he needed to set up that nice, easy game-winning field goal by Lux. But another guy needs some love. Jeremy Crawshaw, our fucking punter, was amazing.
Now you're down to your
Look,
punter.
our punter was amazing.
He's like, I love
Did you see
everybody.
what
I
he
love
did?
you all.
He flipped the fit. When you got a defense like that, Skip, like, you know what I'm saying? What I'm used to, I watch the game different than y'all guys. Y'all offense guys, I don't know, Skip. You probably
I
watch
see
it
it
from a
both
coach
ways.
to a
Yeah.
media. I
Yeah.
don't know how Skip watched the game, but you know what I'm saying? When you watch it from a defensive perspective and you see that punter fucking flipping the field like that in the fourth quarter when it's crucial, you appreciate that shit, Skip.
Okay.
So Crawshaw gets some love in the arena from Lead, you know what I'm saying? Because he deserved it, man. 76-yard punt at an absolutely crucial time into the third quarter. Another championship type win, man. We used to lose these type of games. You know what I'm saying?
It was 18-15 on a walk-off.
I think I said, did I say we're going? I think I said 14-17. I think that was my prediction. 14,
I could
17,
love what
15,
you said.
18.
Yeah, way to go.
Look, I'm just saying, Skip, you gotta
He said
know
21-17.
you gotta know how to win games like this.
Oh.
Championship teams know how to win games like this. Bad football teams, they lose games like this. So That's all I'm saying. Skip. It might seem boring and close and lucky to you, but to a guy like me,
Yeah.
it's calluses, baby.
Yeah,
We build
bleeds-
calluses, baby.
bleeds orange and has no perspective.
Didn't he walk
We
on and
building
say he was a
palaces,
Dallas
baby.
fan in the beginning of the year? I thought you were a Cowboys fan.
I am a Cowboys fan. I love the Cowboys, man. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
a Broncos fan.
I'm for sure. I'm Bronco till I die.
I thought you got
Orange and
drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Didn't that happen once upon a time? I thought
blue.
it
Yeah,
did.
they made. I credit them. They
Right.
made me a millionaire. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. They made me a millionaire.
Any counter you got for that?
Yeah, I got a couple of counters. So I saw this completely different game. I saw C.J. Stroud go down on the first play of the second quarter. And if the shoe had been on the other foot or the Jordans had been on the other foot, if your quarterback had gone down and we had bet a sushi dinner, I would have immediately texted you and say, bets off. I rescind. I would. Because it's not fair.
Chat, is the bet off? We
Okay,
need to know.
Yeah, we need the chat.
The-
Bet can't be off.
We don't have a level playing field. I got Davis freaking Mills at quarterback. As I tweeted, you can look it up. Straight trash, homie.
trash.
That's what I did. Straight trash, homie, because that's
We
what it
treated
was.
like straight trash.
Yeah. So from that moment on, Davis Mills went 1 of 10 on third down because he had no chance against your defense on third down. But C.J. Stroud had gotten off to a hot start. He threw for 80 yards in the first quarter, and his QBR in just the first quarter was 82. I win that game easily if C.J. Stroud is healthy for the rest of the game. You know it, and I know it, because we were moving the ball. We, as in the Houston Texans. I had you by the, so to speak, footballs. I had you cold.
Skip.
Yeah.
You got to deal with the running back problems. If your
Yeah.
quarterback want to run, you got to deal with the
Okay,
running
you
back
just
problems.
got lucky. He doesn't get hurt like that. Come on, what are you talking about?
Hey, man.
He was going up and down the field, and by the way,
He was going up
we
and
did
down the
pick
field.
off one of his wild throws, and then Lassiter dropped another one right in his hands, and then Stingley dropped one right in his hands. It should have been 3 picks. You know it, and I know it because you played
It
that
should have been a
position.
touchdown because the one he threw to Franklin and Stingley almost picked. Franklin's 5 yards behind everybody.
Oh, so it's his fault.
I'm just saying. I mean, he underthrew it, and Stingley
Oh,
had to
so
make
you
a-
said Bo did underthrow.
Stingley made a great play, bro. He was in cover 3.
I
It's
saw it.
Nothing took him to the middle of the field. He had a corner route.
Yep.
He completely left the corner route and both threw it. So, I mean, that was a great play by All-Pro. He didn't make the play. You dropped the pick.
Okay.
Give him 6. That's
Lucky,
the stand.
lucky,
That's the
lucky.
stand.
You-
That's not
you
lucky,
lucked
Skip.
into it. I had you. Okay, I'll
Skip,
get even.
man.
I will get even.
Skip.
Yeah, go ahead. Jim.
I love it.
Win is a win to me. So I got a different question for Lee, but I'm gonna let.
I mean, this is a gritty win. This is how the Denver Broncos are winning right now.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter comes around, Bo Nix turns it on. They drive down, he gets that R.J. Harvey touchdown.
Man.
And then, just to seal the game, using his legs to seal the game like that, like literally just gutting the middle of the defense. There's nothing harder to stop than when you're dropping back in coverage and the quarterback just guts you. Broncos 5-2 in one-score games. Last year they were 1-6.
I'm telling
in
you.
2024.
Telling you.
That's the key right now. They're
telling
winning
you.
these close games. 4-0 this year when trailing at the start of the fourth quarter. So, I mean, they got it. They're rolling. This is a gritty win. It wasn't pretty at times. It was a defensive battle. I mean, it was a stalemate. These are two really, really good defenses. But, hey, Bo Nix made enough plays down the stretch to
Hell
get them
yeah.
going. That's a great, gritty win. Got to hand it to your boys.
Hey, you look at the Super Bowl teams, Eagles, the Chiefs, the last few Super Bowl teams. Look at their record in 3-point games, or they fucking dominate them. You know what I'm saying? That's the name of the
Yeah,
game.
those are the
Who
games.
know how to win these games? You look at our Super Bowl run. Look what we did at last second one-score games and 3-point one-score type games. We fucking dominated them, bro. Peyton came. Peyton ain't do nothing all game. Fourth quarter, Peyton showed up every week. Every week, bro, and that's how we won. We had fourth quarter Peyton with a dominant defense. That's all you need. Who cares about what the QBR is and the completion percentage? And he had this. And man, fuck all that. What you do in the fourth quarter? What you do in the fourth quarter to win the game? That's what I like. Who gonna do something in the fourth to win this motherfucking game? Give me that quarterback. I don't need the QBRs and the completion percentages and the rational rates and like, man, get on all that bullshit, man.
So the game is a game. It went how it went. Y'all won. I'm a proponent for who won the game. They won. My question is, you said you have Bo Nix is the best QB in his class.
I do.
Why is that?
Because let me tell you, look, He came and took over a bad football team last year. He took them to the playoffs.
Okay.
Right?
He did, or the team? It was a.
Well, it's a quarterback-driven league. It's him. First it start with Sean, then it start with him, everybody else after that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. If he trash, we trash. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. If one of our D tackles trash, we might still be okay. If our quarterback trash, we trash. So he came in, he took a bad football team, took him to the playoffs. The next year, he got his team is better. You know what I'm saying? This the head coach second year, his second year. Now we the top second seed, third seed in the AFC, looking real nice right now. You know what I'm saying? And then amongst all his peers, he got more wins. He got more touchdown passes. He got more yards. So them the stats I like. I'm just getting used to this QBR shit and quarterback rate. I'm just getting used to all this. I usually just go off yards, touchdowns, wins.
No, the QBR stuff, I'm with you on that.
Hey, yards, touchdown, wins, he got more than all his guys.
So my question is, he's better than Drake May?
I would say so.
Why is he better than Drake May?
Because I got to go off the entire body of work,
okay,
right?
in the entire...
Can I answer your question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I answer it?
Go ahead, my brother.
You just want to ask it until not.
Nah, just go ahead, my brother.
If you ask me, I'm going to answer.
Yeah.
Drake May, did he go to the playoffs last year?
He only started 9 games.
But I understand, don't answer a question.
That's a team thing, though.
Did he go to the playoffs last year?
That's a team thing.
He had 15 touchdowns, 10 interceptions last year as well.
That's a team thing.
Hey, man, Bo took over a bad team, too. You know what I'm saying?
That's a team
but
thing.
all I go after a full body of work. Did he go to the playoffs last year?
How was his defense?
Did he go to the playoffs last year?
How was his defense?
I don't know.
They had the defensive player of the year. That tells you. How was his defense?
You talking about the Broncos defense?
How was his defense?
Yeah, we had a solid defense.
And how were the Patriots as a team?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't really
Who's
know.
your number one QB
in that class?
Yes.
Drake May.
I agree.
For sure.
Well,
Who's in the MVP conversation right now currently?
Drake May.
Okay, last year, Bo played 17 games.
Yeah.
Drake May played 9. If we go per game on the yards, Drake May had more.
But that's part of it,
He had overall more stats because he played more games.
Right, so who started?
Now that everything is even this year.
Who started?
Now that everything is even this year, they both played the same amount of games.
See, I don't do that.
Drake May's better at everything, including wins.
He's not better at including wins because he
Why?
got the same amount of wins.
Okay.
What are you talking about? So
he's
not
better at everything.
He's not better at wins
So
because they got the same amount of
wins is what makes you better.
Yeah.
The wins is what makes you.
But you can't start your life. Let me start my life when I'm 18. Don't count what I know.
Okay.
Well, you got to count your rookie year.
Jayden Daniels was good last year.
Was he good? He had the best rookie year in the history
You got to
of
count your
football.
rookie
We're
year.
talking about right now. Is he better than Drake May?
Well, I look at the entire body of work. That's what Lead do. I don't say, well, he didn't start. Who started for the Patriots? Let me ask you a question. Who started for the Patriots?
Jacoby Brissett.
Well, why the fuck Drake May? Motherfucking Bo would never let that motherfucker start over him.
Why?
He
How
would
do you know
never.
that? How do you know that?
Because
who's the coach?
Bo come in the league.
Who's the coach?
And listen, man.
Who's the
Bo
coach?
came in the league and showed that he can start.
Sean Payton has been with Bo for 2 years.
That's
He's been with
part
him.
of it.
He's been with him since April of last year. So he has 2 years. You got Drake May, who's in a brand new system, brand new scheme, and he's outplaying your boy.
Bo was doing the same thing last year. He was in a brand new system, brand new scheme, and he's
in year 2 of this scheme, and he's getting outplayed by somebody in a new scheme.
Hold on.
Let me finish.
Hold on.
I gotta finish this. I gotta finish this.
Let's have Skip break the tie.
He said the wins is what make
Drake May, Bo.
He said the wins is what make you better.
It is.
Okay.
He got more wins than him.
So I got a question.
Your rookie year counts,
I got a question.
You act like your rookie year just don't count. Your rookie year
I
counts.
got a question. Just a quick question. Do you feel like you should have made Aqib to lead?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you should have made at least one Pro Bowl when you was in Tampa? At least one.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Why didn't you?
Because I got hurt.
No.
That is why.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not. You know why?
I was hurt.
No, it's not.
I finished the year on IR. I had 6
you know how I know it's not?
I finished the year on IR.
You know how I know
week 10.
it's not? You know how I know it's not? Because I looked at the numbers. Out of the 6 corners in both the Pro Bowls where Key balled, he had better numbers than 3 of the 6.
Yeah.
You know why he didn't make it? Because our team was trash. But you just said you was better.
What else? You know what else?
You just said you was better.
But let me tell you
So
what.
they're better than you because their team is better?
Well,
no.
let me tell you what else.
You were better than those
Let
corners.
me tell you what the other reasons I ain't
You
make
were better than those corners,
I
so
was.
your wins don't make you a better player.
I was better than the corners who made all decade, too.
Exactly.
But I'm off season.
You know what?
Can I talk?
But I'm saying,
In the off season, I got a bad habit of sitting in the hood and getting in trouble with the wrong crowd.
That ain't got
That's
not why you didn't make the Pro Bowl.
That's why I make all
That's not why you didn't make the Pro Bowl.
Because the NFL don't want you to be the face of the league.
It's crazy
if you always in trouble for the wrong shit.
It's crazy how these guys were on winning teams. You were a better player. I played with you. I know. You were a better player than them, but because we wasn't winning, they were considered better, and that's not true. That is not true.
Okay,
Go look at the numbers.
This isn't even close. It's Jayden Daniels' runaway. He went to Tampa and won a playoff game. He went to Detroit and won a playoff game. He took his team as a rookie all the way to the NFC Championship game and ran into a buzzsaw of the Philadelphia Eagles, who were about to go beat Patrick Mahomes to smithereens in the Super Bowl. So to close the case, I want to read one quote. This is another shout out to Mike Sando, The Athletic. If we could put it up, please. This is a quote that I read. This was after the game last night that he talked to several executives around the NFL. Ooh. This is a talent evaluator in the NFL. I think Denver's a good team, but I see a lot of days that the quarterback, Bo Nix, still holds them back. Defense is pretty good. Offensive scheme is good. Nix has been inconsistent from the pocket in processing. He'll make a boneheaded throw every now and then. Really, the accuracy is the one thing that bothers me with him. It's just inconsistent. Period. End of story. That's Bo Nix.
Who said he can't even put his name on this shit?
All right.
He's a fucking anonymous. Skip might have said that.
He's wrong.
Skip right there.
You can go look it up in the
Skip said that. Skip put his own quote up there.
I was with you.
Hey, put me a quote up there. I want my shit to say, Bo Nix is the reason that the Broncos is 7-2 because of his leadership.
We can't go with the anonymous.
Put that anonymous tip me and put my quote up that motherfucker, man. I don't want to hear that shit.
Your only way to deflect is to kill the messenger. You're trying to kill the messenger, right?
He didn't put his name on it.
Listen, we got one guy who don't want to talk about his rookie year, and we got one guy who all we want to talk about is his rookie year. But Bo got the full body of work both years. He's been in the play. He would be the only one out of the two.
Team was better. His defense.
Oh my
all right.
God.
You just said about defense.
Oh my
he had
God.
the better defense.
I had the number one defense.
Played better.
Listen, I was a part of the number one defense in the league after we won the chip. But Trevor Siemian was our quarterback, and guess what we was, Kinsey?
Ass.
Trash.
So it goes hand in hand.
Fucking trash.
Better team.
Number one defense in the league with Trevor Siemian.
Better team.
Number one defense with Peyton Manning.
What I'm saying is, you're saying the wins means you're better. That is not true. That's not true. You was better than most of them corners, and you didn't make All-Pro Pro Bowl until you got to Patriots and Denver, and you was already cold. That's what I'm saying. When you are a winning team, you get more pub, you get pushed to the top. You're saying the wins is the wins. That makes you better. That's not true, because you just said, I feel like I should have made the Pro Bowl All-Pro. Why didn't you? Because Tampa was trash.
Because I got hurt.
Why.
All right. We could fight on this one all day. We did last week. We talked about it, and the chat voted Jayden Daniels first, then Drake May, and then Bo Nix. But the chat isn't God, even though I love you guys so much. But we're gonna move on. I do have good news for you. Ready, Aqib?
Yeah.
75% of the chat says Skip owes you sushi.
For sure.
The bet is on.
The
bet is on.
Yeah, wait a second. 25% say you should rescind the bet, right? That's pretty good.
All right, let's move on, guys. Okay, so Buffalo's defense got after the Chiefs. I mean, so the Chiefs, they had won 3 straight games, averaging 3 points or more during that stretch. So the Bills had held Patty to his lowest career completions percentage in a single game ever. 15 of 34. That's 44%. So, Skip, how convincing was Buffalo last night? Or yesterday. Sorry, not last night.
Extremely convincing. The Kansas City Chiefs, and especially their quarterback, got their asses kicked last night in Buffalo. They made Patrick Mahomes, as you point out, look as bad as he has ever looked, with 15 quarterback hits and 44% completion, which was his career low, as you point out. Josh Allen completely outplayed Patrick Mahomes. You hate QBRs, but it was 84-50. And Josh Allen was 23 of 26. I'll take that to my bank. That was a big-time game. He has owned Patrick during the regular season. Obviously, it's been flipped in the postseason. But all I heard about last night, as I predicted in a video that I posted, was, oh, Patrick Mahomes, he converted 4th and 17. It was unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it in my life. 4th and 17. Okay, so it's 28-13, early fourth quarter, and he does kind of a double reverse drop back. He drops back 15 yards, and Buffalo was screwed up before the snap. They called timeout, and they were still screwed up in the secondary when the ball was snapped on 4th and 17. And I don't know why. They're scared of ghosts. It's still Halloween, and they think Patrick Mahomes is going to haunt them. And I don't know how Rashee Rice got so open on 4th and 17. He was wide open and caught it like this, stopped and caught it in his breadbasket. Okay, so you did that, and you go in and you score, and you hit Kelsey for 2, and you cut it to 28-21, which was a very misleading final score because Prater missed. It was a 52-yarder, but he makes those, and he doinked it off the right upright. And all I know is that the final yards are 404 for Buffalo to 305, a grand total of 305 for Patrick Mahomes' offense at Buffalo. I predicted 27-21, so it was 28-21, so sue me for that. But I did tell you James Cook would take this game over against the defense who was 11th against the rush, and they had allowed 100 a game, and I said he'll get between 110 and 120. He got 114. So I was right about that. So I was not surprised by what happened last night at Buffalo, but I was very impressed. And by the way, I think you swung and missed on this one, but go ahead.
I did. That's my only swing and miss.
Okay.
For the whole weekend, Skip.
I was
like
You were
the
like the Dodgers.
batting average.
Ohtani.
Ohtani.
I was like Ohtani at the plate. Pittsburgh, bam. Broncos, bam. Like I was cooking, Skip. You know, Skip was like, fuck, keep cooking this weekend.
No, I was.
I know you
on
was.
one
Skip.
game I was. Yeah.
Hey, but it was a great win though, man. Josh Allen played like an MVP in my opinion. Finished drives off with his legs. Made great decisions. Didn't press at all night. Just threw the ball where it needed to go. He threw it, found Kincaid, found Shakir. Every time he needed to find one of those guys, he found them. It was MVP-like performance. But Cook, like you said, Cook dominated the game. Great running performance by them guys. But the defense was the most impressive to me. What they did, how they was able to stop. The Chiefs' offense was cooking. You know what I'm saying? I thought they was going to come out and play way better than they did. But they had a big turnover in the fourth quarter by the young bull. He had a nice interception. Patty pressing, he picked it off like he supposed to, and they gave up 8 points in the second half, man. That's what you got to do to beat the Chiefs. You got to play great second half football. But, man, we used to this. The Chiefs can't win in Buffalo during the regular season.
Yep.
We know that, right? We used to this. We used to Buffalo whooping on them boys in the regular season. So convincing, it will be convincing to me when they do it in the playoffs, Kinsey. So I thought it was a great win, but it would be a lot more convincing when they do it in January.
100%.
This is a huge win for the Buffalo Bills. This one was massive. That offensive line, this one was massive, and I'll break it down. Watch, because
I know they've been doing this in the regular season.
Well, but they've been doing this, but they proved a couple things to me yesterday. Offensive line was great. James Cook got over 100 yards. They dictated the tempo of the game to Kansas City, and we know Kansas City's a great defense. They're exotic. They're multiple. They can shut you down. Patrick Mahomes' lowest completion percentage of his career. Josh Allen on the other side, 88% completion percentage against one of the top defenses in the league. They looked great. The big thing that was, I'm going to get to the defense in a second, but Josh Allen, last year in the playoffs, they ran the tush push several times against the Kansas City Chiefs, and they got stuffed. This year in Buffalo, they get Kansas City down at the goal line. Everyone knows Josh Allen's going left. Josh Allen punches it in for 2 rushing touchdowns. Now, the whole key to this was the defense. That defense played their asses off. They have a ton of injuries. They're missing Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones. They have Cole Bishop making his first start. They have Maxwell Harris.
By the way, he made some plays.
Now,
yes.
So then Maxwell Harrison, that kid had speed. We saw him run with Worthy.
Yeah.
He had the interception. Cole Bishop was the guy that came in and got this whole thing going. There was a lot of questions. He's a high draft pick there. What's he going to do? Thrust into the spotlight against Kansas City, makes a ton of plays. The difference in this game was the pass rush. Buffalo has been talking to Buffalo, and Buffalo fans have been talking about the pass rush, pressure. Can we pressure quarterbacks in the playoffs? Can we get after them? They made Mahomes uncomfortable all day long. They shut down their run game. Mahomes looked ordinary. They gave him a shot at the end. Buffalo Bills fans are real wary of giving Patrick Mahomes too much time because he ripped him in the AFC Championship game a couple years ago. But I think that this was a huge win. Cole Bishop stepping up, and then Maxwell Harrison getting his first start. The guy's got speed. The guy got the interception. So all the questions about Buffalo's defense playing a great team, they answered a lot of questions last night.
Yeah, we were all wondering if Buffalo was even really as good as people had them. And I mean, it's one game, but the win was convincing. The win was convincing because they were missing 3 defensive linemen and lost another one in the 4th.
They did.
And they were the 31st team in the league in stopping the run. They held Kansas City to 79 yards. They were the Kansas City offense was 3 of 13 on 3rd down, and they scored 28 points on a team that was giving up 17. Coming into this game, the Chiefs were getting dang near 30 points a game. They held them to 21 on a defense, which was the question mark of the team. So that part of it was convincing. And what they did is, I don't think the most impressive part of it to me is your man Troy Aikman said that Patrick Mahomes sees the field better than anybody.
He did.
That's not reading a defense better than anybody. 12, Brady did that better than anybody. You could argue Manning too. But seeing the field is, well, you see a quarterback run around, we got a saying for it, backyard football. Run around, whatever. A lot of people just run around trying to make a play. He actually is seeing the holes in the defense and where he can find these guys. They didn't allow him to play backyard football at an elite level yesterday. Right. So it's not like they made him uncomfortable. It's Pat living uncomfortable. He lives there. That's what has made him so great. You think you're making him uncomfortable, I run around, I make a play, I can see it. They just didn't allow him to do that yesterday. The win was convincing for people to say Buffalo is a better team than we thought. But is it convincing for playoffs? I don't know yet. But it's convincing for this win, for the people they have beaten up to this point.
What did it?
I'm just saying up to this point.
All right, so if y'all say it's convincing, like, what did it convince y'all that they can beat them in the playoffs now?
No, because they haven't done. I'm saying.
when we ask, was this win convincing? It's convincing you that they have arrived and they can beat them in the playoffs.
Well,
but think about it for a second.
But that they are a great team in 2025. That's what they convinced me. They got that win.
I wouldn't even say they're a great team because up to this point, how they was playing and the teams they were beating, Buffalo was looking like, I don't even know if they can make the playoffs.
They were Super Bowl favorites coming in.
Right.
They come in, they beat the Kansas City.
Before anybody played a game.
Exactly. But
Nobody
I'm telling you, they convinced me that they are still in the Super Bowl conversation.
But now that we've watched them play games.
So that's what it convinced you, that they're still in the Super Bowl conversation.
It convinced me that they're still in the mix for
It convinced me
Super Bowl.
They're better than what we was thinking. I was thinking the Buffalo Bills are on the cusp of not even making the playoffs. Well, what we see with playing actual competitors, now I'm looking like, okay, they be in the mix. Are they pushing the top? Still don't think they're going to beat Kansas City in the playoffs. But
Kansas City's not in the playoffs right now.
They're better. They're better than what we thought.
Let's bet that.
Let's bet
Let's bet
Keith's like, I want another sushi
I'm picking
dinner.
up, man. It's underdog, baby.
But I'm saying, Keith,
I'm picking up.
Wait a second. They're 5-4.
Yeah.
You still got to play your team twice, right?
Bet it, Skip.
Okay. I'm just saying, man.
Let's bet it.
You saying the Kansas City Chiefs won't make the playoffs?
I'm just asking. I want to make sure. Are you saying they're going to beat Denver twice?
Nah, they probably beat us once. We'll split with them.
You're going to give up one game to them.
Are you saying the Chiefs won't make the playoffs?
Split with them?
No, I believe the Chiefs will make the playoffs. I believe that.
See, up until yesterday, I wasn't convinced Buffalo was going to make it. Because had they lost to Kansas City,
I will bet you this. I'll bet you a sushi dinner right now that if Buffalo sees Kansas City again, Buffalo wins.
Oh, we bet more than a sushi dinner on that game, Skip. It's playoff time.
You guys can have a lot of date nights.
Nah, for real.
All right, well, let's bet 2 sushi dinners on it. How about that? You want it? I'll take it right now.
You gonna give Andy Reid a second shot at this?
Heck yeah.
Andy Reid didn't chip Bosa. He know what he's doing.
Oh, so we set him up for the kill.
Yes, he always set him up for the woo.
Are you
There y'all go, Buffalo.
Andy Reid is?
was
He don't
fun.
let you win.
So-
he don't let you win, but he keep all his shots. He don't
So
shoot the
what
ball.
happened?
He don't empty the gun.
What
He
did
don't
you
empty his shit.
see? What did you see where you said Buffalo will beat them if they play him again?
Because it's time for Josh Allen to do it, and you could just
Yes.
see it yesterday. You know what I love
We've
before
been
the game?
seeing it every year. In
Before the
regular
game,
season.
Patrick ran over to Josh on the field as an hour or whatever before the game and tried to dap him up, and Josh was just like this, like
He
no,
did dap him
this is
up.
business. This is you could just tell he didn't smile, he didn't like hug him. It's like no, today is business.
Yes.
right.
Hey man,
Yes.
he known for standing on
Yeah.
business.
Okay, I'm just saying. I know what I
Known for
felt
standing on
yesterday.
business.
That was different, and I'll take Buffalo over Kansas City if
Well,
they meet again.
well, I
What was
hope they meet
different
again.
about it?
Okay.
What was different?
Well, you have the reigning MVP. You have a lot of Super Bowl talk around the Bills this season. They come into the season, they prove they can run the ball, they prove they can control games with James Cook. Every time Josh Allen is on the field, the Buffalo Bills have a shot to win. They have a shot to go out there and dominate their opponent. Now, the biggest question mark for the Buffalo Bills was the defense. Could the defense step up? They're gutted by injuries. They got a kind of a rotating cast of people.
That's every year.
Right, but they come out and get a huge win against Kansas City.
Yeah.
I hear it, but in Buffalo, everything's building to this point. This was the measuring stick. How are we this year? How are the 2025 Buffalo Bills different than the team that lost to the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs the last couple of years? And I think that they passed the test. Like, this was a huge test for them. They get to move on. They're playing good football.
So they pass this test every year?
They pass the test
then
every
fail
year.
to-
The real one will
This
come
is
in
the
the playoffs.
midterm. What about the final?
They always
Kill
pass
the
the midterm.
midterm.
They dominate the
They love to
midterm.
fail
I'm
the
just
final.
saying.
They dominate
Well,
the
they're
midterm every year.
0-4 in the final, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
they-
saying.
they-
They
All right,
pass
so
the midterm.
I don't hear anybody accepting the bet.
I
across from me.
don't even think they're gonna play.
Well, that's no. If they do, I'll take it right now. Right now.
I think the Bills gonna exit first round whoever they play.
Wow.
Whether they're the wild card and they
Okay,
gotta play
okay.
like the Patriots.
I'll
or
take
somebody,
one
or the
dinner on that
Broncos.
right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say that the Bills will win their first playoff game.
I'll take
For a
that.
dinner?
Yes, sure.
Oh, yeah, sure. You're not very.
Part of my job is just making sure I write down your guys'
Log
bet
that
between
in the
you
notes,
two.
you know what I'm saying?
I
I'm
like my
okay.
Buffalo, Kansas City, because I'm hearing doubt in your voice.
I told you, I don't.
Where Kansas City is
me
right now,
personally,
there's a chance that they could play Kansas City in the first round.
I look at Buffalo as one of them teams. They're
Right.
gonna be in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
They probably, I don't know what seed they're gonna be. The Patriots playing good this year. It used to be Buffalo gonna win that division, but I never think that they just gonna win the chip. It just don't come off like
Okay.
that.
I mean, there's stretches every season down the stretch where Buffalo looks like the best team in all.
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
football.
but
I
it's
would
like,
They
agree
look
with
like
that.
juggernauts, right?
But then I look at the guys, and you're like, oh yeah, well they got this rookie corner, he's stepping up, and then this Blaine Bishop guy, he's
No.
here, and I'm like, bro,
Cole Bishop.
I'm like, bro,
Give the kid
what-
some respect.
What's his name?
He made plays.
Bishop,
Cole
he made
Bishop.
plays.
He's
Yeah.
a second
He had
round
a
pick.
huge- Exactly.
Hey,
He
you
had a
got to
huge
earn
game.
respect for
Yeah.
me. You know what I'm saying? Skip?
Like Riley
In the
Moss.
playoffs.
Yeah, right. Earn the respect. You know what I'm saying? You got to earn respect. Now, I learned his name, Bishop. I learned his name last night. You know what I'm saying? So we building on it. But I just don't.
He's
I just
building
don't
on it.
look at that. I don't look at that defense and say
Okay.
they could win the chip. I love what Cook do. Now they giving Cook the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe they play him on a little bit more third downs. I'm like, okay, they running the ball
Hey.
now. It ain't just a Josh Allen show. That's better.
Hey.
But I don't look at that defense and just say, oh, they could win the fucking chip.
Not
That
after
defense.
shutting Mahomes down, they didn't prove nothing to you?
Man, Andy,
so
they shut down
keep
Andy
everything on
and
his
Patty.
ship, man.
Okay, I think
Andy
you're
gonna
saying
come out
that
and-
he actually threw the game
No, he ain't
yesterday.
throw it. but he just say, hey,
Yeah.
if we could beat y'all without chipping Bosa,
Yeah.
then y'all trash. Bosa got good pressure. We ain't even chip him.
Okay.
They didn't even chip him.
Yeah, and on
Like,
4th and 17,
when they see
Bosa
him in
just
the playoffs,
froze.
when they
I
see
don't
him
know what he was doing.
Because he worked him, though. Did you see that? He thought it was a screen.
Oh, okay.
This ain't no
Oh,
damn screen.
yeah.
Next thing you know, first down.
4th and 7.
Man, look, I guarantee you, if they do see him in the playoffs, Bosa's side is going to be Chip Ahoy.
Okay.
You better believe that.
Chips Ahoy, yeah.
Chip
Chips
Ahoy,
Ahoy.
boy. Chip after chip after
Okay.
chip. He didn't feel one of them the whole game. So Andy is a playoff quarter. He's not going to show you his whole game plan during a week 7, week 8 game. Like, why would he do that?
Okay,
Because
I
you
got
gotta make the
Buffalo
playoffs.
over Kansas City. I
Hey.
got it. Buffalo over Kansas City in the
Buffalo
playoff
over
game
Casey.
right
They
now.
finally get over the hump this year.
Yep.
This is the year.
Okay. Well, the chat is
better worry
split
about the
right now,
Broncos.
50-50 if they're impressed with that Bills win. So kind of split here as well.
I think we got a lot of Mahomes fans in the chat.
Yeah, probably. Aqib, unfortunately, was right about one team last week. You were right about two teams. But the Steelers, man, I mean, we were all high on the Colts last week. And we were all, you weren't here, but we were all, Cody, Skip, and I were high on the Colts. And let me tell you, the Steelers' expensive defense finally decided to show up, forcing 6 turnovers and holding Jonathan Taylor to only 45 yards, unfortunately for my fantasy team. So, Aqib, was that more about the Steelers finally showing up or about the Colts getting exposed?
Well, let me say this. It's a fine line between drinking wine and squashing grapes.
What the fuck does that mean?
Y'all ain't hear Tomlin quote? Y'all ain't hear Tomlin say that shit after the game? That shit was dope as hell. It's a fine line between drinking wine and squashing grapes. I didn't know what it meant neither.
Wait,
Tomlin said that shit. Hey, I was like, oh, look at Mike T up there again. Mike T dropped the fucking.
Did?
Y'all ain't see
didn't
it.
see it.
We got to drop the. Hey, it's a fine line, Skip, between drinking wine and squashing grapes. I'm just saying.
And can you interpret for me, just so I?
Yeah, break that down for us.
Let me interpret it for you. The defense that we said was too expensive and they all bullshit. Hey, they drunk some wine this week, man. They drunk some fucking wine.
Right.
Hey, they're opportunistic.
Yeah.
Is that, did I say it right, Skip?
Yes, you did.
Opportunistic
You got it.
defense, man.
You called that.
I called
did.
that. I told you
did.
that turnover train will be in Pittsburgh. It will be
Yep.
there. These type of guys, they don't go a whole season without making no plays. They got too many all pros with the right makeup, man. These guys, they said Ramsey said some words to the team Saturday night. And damn, A-Rod said he felt it. He said, man, something changed in that room, bro. He felt it. You know what I'm saying? So they just got this. That's what type of guys they are. You know what I'm saying? It's from top to bottom, man. From top to bottom. Ramsey Slade, the young bull Porter on the back end. You got Pat Wilson, Queen in the middle. Then you got Watt, Hayward, Sawyer, and Herbig. Like, you got the young bulls rushing. Like, every level they loaded, bro. Mm-hmm. We better hope that this defense don't catch fire in January. Because I'm telling you, this is the type of defense that can wreck everybody's shit. We talking about the Chiefs, and we talking about the Broncos and the Bills. I'm telling you, with the way they play, get all these big-ass guys out here, make you match up big, and then we can go empty. You got to guard Freiermuth and guard Big Darnell, who A-Rod absolutely loves.
He does?
He like Randy Moss to A-Rod. He throw him, he his most targeted guy.
Well, he's 6'8" or what?
Yeah, he throw this tackle the ball like it's nothing, and he catch the ball. So they make you match up. I mean, I know you said you don't like Warren, but I love their run game. Then they put Gainwell in there, they throw it to him out the backfield, and he's shifty with screens.
No, he is.
The way they play is fucking dangerous, man. A-Rod is great at finding the mismatches when they make you get in them big personnels and they fucking scoring in the red zone. They play in Pittsburgh. That's one of the toughest places to play. Man, if we let them get the number 3 seed or the number 4 seed and they get to be in Pittsburgh for these home games, the AFC gonna be in fucking trouble, bro. I'm telling you.
Gonna be out.
I'm telling you, bro, with a defense like this, if you let these boys get in the tournament, TJ Watt, these DMVPs, candidates, all on one team.
Okay,
real veteran, real
point
leaders.
of order. You did predict that DK Metcalf would take over the game.
I did.
He caught 2 balls for 6 yards.
He caught the most important ball, though.
Oh, he did?
He did. That onside kick, they kick it.
Okay.
Snatched that onside
So
kick like
you're right.
Michael
He took
Jordan.
over the game. He did.
Took that bitch
That's right,
over.
with the onside catch.
That was
I was wrong about DK, but I wasn't wrong about them turnovers.
No.
The train was like this, Skip. It was like this.
And this was a matter of a little of both. What he been saying and what I tried to tell y'all 2 weeks ago.
You did.
Y'all said the Colts were a force. A force of a team is when you take away one portion of it and the other portion can step up. They took away JT, and what happened to Daniel Jones?
Crumbled.
John Wooden said this: it's not what you teach, it's what you emphasize. And I'm going to say that for 3 different games today. It's not what you teach, it's what you emphasize.
Are you talking about my John Wooden?
The hooper coach?
Which? Oh, John Wooden.
Wooden.
Not
sorry.
John Wooden from the Cowboys.
Wooden.
No. Oh, I thought.
Wooden. Sorry, I
Like
said it wrong.
what?
Wooden. John Wooden.
Okay.
He said it's
I
not
got
what you
it. I got
teach,
it.
it's what you
I got
emphasize.
it. All right.
They knew this week, if we take away Jonathan Taylor, that guy can't beat us. You said Ramsey talked to the team, right?
He did.
You know what he probably said to them? He probably said, hey, man, we have not been us all year. This is the least physical Mike Tomlin team we've watched, defense we've watched since he's been the coach up to this point. Jalen Ramsey probably stood up and said, hey, man, we are not going to let one person beat us because we know if we take him out the game, this team can't beat us. You know how I know that happened? It's because yesterday they blitzed less than they blitzed all year. You know why you blitz? Because you don't believe that quarterback can beat you or you can't get pressure. They ain't been winning one-on-ones up front. They ain't been winning one-on-ones in the back end. So if you blitz, you got to play man in the back end. So what did they say? You four, do y'all job and watch what we do. 70% of their defense yesterday was zone.
Yep.
You know what you do in zone? Y'all four go get them. We got the back end. What happened? Now you just said
You caught that ball.
Now did he say he don't believe in Seahawks because of the quarterback? Right?
He don't
But
like
you said the Colts were a force.
He believe in
But
Daniel Jones.
So you believe in Daniel Jones?
Yeah, you realize we're just to November and you guys are saying, I
The
told you
history-
so,
the
and
history-
saying it's over for the Colts.
I never
You think
said
they're
that.
done?
I said they're not a force.
Okay.
A force
I
is,
think-
you know who was a force? Last year, Philly was a force.
Yep.
It didn't matter what portion
Shit,
of the
they
game.
still a force.
Philly. It don't matter what happens. If it ain't them, they do it. If it ain't them, they do it. If it ain't them, they do it. That's what a force looks like, and that's what I was trying to tell y'all. Daniel Jones is a product of Jonathan Taylor. That's what it is. And we seen it yesterday.
Okay.
Make
So,
him beat us, and you see what happens. And that's what happened yesterday.
What did Daniel Jones throw for yesterday? Oh, he threw for 342
How many
yards.
turnovers did Daniel
You know
Jones
why?
have
Because
yesterday?
Pittsburgh came
I know
into
why.
the game 30th in yards allowed. 30th. And they're still doing it.
And how many-
Indy
how many
outgained
turnovers
Pittsburgh.
did- how
Indy
many picks
outgained
did
them
he throw?
368 to 220.
How many
Wait a
picks
second.
did he throw?
Pittsburgh won convincingly with 225 yards of offense.
that's why I can't.
A-Rod threw for barely 200
Why
yards.
why did it happen?
Because he's not Aaron Rodgers anymore, and you guys are putting all your eggs in the wrong basket.
We're talking about the defense.
Yeah. Oh,
Who's
I
the
got
MVP
it.
candidate?
Skip think
Who's the
QBR and stats
I didn't
win
say
shit.
QBR. I'm
Who's
talking
the
about
MVP
throw for
candidates
342.
on the Colts?
Wow.
Skip, QBR and
342.
yards don't win shit.
That's not what
Wins
it is.
win
He-
shit.
he-
You got to
Okay.
win the game, Skip.
It was as
6
simple as this.
turnovers.
He came
He threw
apart.
3
He
picks.
had a terrible game. He did this with
Why
the
did he come
Giants
apart?
routinely.
Why did he come apart?
Okay, I got it. It wasn't just because they took Jonathan Taylor away.
What
He
was
just
it?
had a bad day. But he also did a lot of good things, and he never quit. He threw for 342.
But that's why he thought. We know why he thought
Yeah.
for 342. Because
Yeah.
once we get up 26-7, now we play. Don't get
okay.
burnt defense, and we let you throw the shit underneath and underneath. We make you take at least 4
Stack yards
minutes.
and stack yards.
Yeah, you
and
got to
stack
take
yards.
4 minutes to score a touchdown, and then we'll play our regular red zone defense.
Obviously, if a team goes on the road and turns it over 6 times to 1 for the home team, you're going to win. But they only won 27-20. That's not very
Who turned
impressive.
the ball
That
over?
should have been 40 to
Who
6.
turned the ball over?
Yeah. Daniel Jones for the
All
most.
right.
He was
I'm gonna-
5 out of 6.
I'm going
5
to go
out
in and
of
say
6.
Indy is still a force. They had an off day yesterday.
Yeah.
They caught the Steelers on
They're
a
a
hot
good team.
day.
They're not a force.
They're a force. 100% they are
But
a force.
they have played some pretty trash teams.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. How have they
come
done
it don't
against?
matter?
How have they done against trash teams?
Scoring 32
Why
points.
come it don't
them
matter?
off the
What
map.
happened against them?
What happened against them?
It was a BS flag is the reason they won that. And then they
That's
came
it.
down here and played the Rams, like I said.
Another
and
shoulda,
everybody
coulda,
like, oh,
shoulda, coulda,
well,
woulda.
it was the wide receiver. He dropped the ball before and then he had the holding call. Did Daniel Jones have the ball in his hand to win the game? What'd he do?
Do a pick.
Okay. So we can't keep saying, oh, they are forced, they are forced. They took away one guy.
Yep.
And what happened?
What happened?
Turnovers from one person.
What happened at the
guy
first
who's
of the
in-
game? What happened at
guy
the first?
who's
I
in
want to
the
hear. No, I want to hear
MVP
you
race.
say what happened when the game started. Indy goes right down and scores and is up 7-0 and stops them and gets the ball back and moves to the 38-yard
then
line. They're
what?
down to the Pittsburgh. It's 1st and 10 at the 38, and T.J. Watt sack fumble, and it changed everything.
Who dropped
Sack
the ball?
fumble.
This,
Okay.
this
Who
is,
dropped the ball?
This is one game. This is an aberration.
Is that
this,
Daniel Jones?
this is an
He had the
aberration
ball,
for the
right?
Colts.
Oh, okay.
We know that's what happens.
The Colts are rolling. They are a great team. They stepped into the Hornets yesterday, and Pittsburgh finally got their money worth out of that defense.
Finally.
And they dominated that game. Pittsburgh played a great game. They were harassing Daniel Jones the entire game. But to sit up here and say that Indy is done and they're not a force,
When did I say they was done? You
they are
never heard me
making
say it
noise.
was done. I've been
But
saying
you're
I
sitting
said
here
they're not
talking
a
like they're
force.
not a good team.
I never said.
You have two MVP candidates.
Richie,
you have
listen to
Daniel
my
Jones
words.
and
Listen to
Jonathan
my
Taylor
words.
on the same offense.
Listen to
and
my
you're telling
words.
me they're
I
not
never
good?
said they're not good. Did you hear me say not good one time?
Okay,
no.
so give me your
I
valuation of
said
Indy.
they're not a force.
They're 100%
You took
a
away
force.
one player
100%.
and they fell apart because y'all
you have one game. They come out hot.
Who's in the
they go
MVP
score.
race? Who's in the MVP race?
There's a bunch of guys.
Tell me, is two of their players in the MVP race?
100%.
Two of them, right? They took away one. Does the other one still playing? Was the other one still playing?
Yes.
How many turnovers did he
They
have?
took him away
They had
too.
an off
How
game.
many turnovers did he have?
Steelers defense played out of their mind. The best defensive
How many
performance.
turnovers did he have? Throwing picks is one
This
thing.
is one game. You're
sacked
talking
almost-
like this is over 4 games. This is
I've
one
been
game.
telling you they ain't playing
on
nobody.
the road. This is one game on the road.
Y'all crowned them last week and they played the Titans.
They came out here and
Who
waxed
did
the
you just
Chargers.
say?
Did they play the
Did you
Rams?
just say
They played
played
the
the
Rams,
Rams.
and
the
they lost?
Chargers.
And they lost.
They waxed the Chargers.
They beat them on a BS flag.
No.
So that wasn't a BS flag?
A missed
Well, no.
field goal.
A missed
A
field
missed
goal.
field goal.
Come on, man.
A bad turnover by
These are the
both.
2 guys that just sat
Y'all
here and
did.
said a win is a win.
It is.
And now you're going to start defending each play.
I
No, I'm
said
just
they're
saying.
not a force.
Wait a second.
I'll say they're a good team, bro.
Pick a
And
side.
Skip, you can't
Pick a
switch
side.
up. You can't switch up. You said
Okay,
Seattle beat a bad team. You said they beat a bad team, so you can't crown them. But you crown the Colts because blowing out the Titans.
Well, I didn't crown them.
You said they was a
just said-
force.
No,
They
they're
are a force.
legit.
They're
They're
legit.
legit.
Who
they
are
can
they
play.
blowing out?
Doesn't matter.
They're gonna win. They're
Doesn't
gonna win
matter.
the AFC. What they in the
Oh man,
South.
The
South.
Colts are a good.
They're gonna
team.
win the AFC
Colts are a
South
good
team.
team.
They're gonna have to play after they win the AFC South. They're gonna have to play somebody like the Patriots or maybe the Bills,
Buffalo,
the Broncos,
Kansas City.
or maybe the Chiefs,
Right.
or maybe the Ravens, or like, bro,
And y'all
I bet
said
you
y'all
that.
trust Daniel Jones.
I guarantee
This
you they
season,
get their
100%.
first round of the playoffs. They're gonna be
When the
out of
game
there.
has been on the line, what did Daniel Jones do? The game is on the line when we take away your run game. Now
They've been
what?
winning. They've been winning.
What have they been winning? Jonathan Taylor ain't been slowed down.
They've been winning. They've been
Jonathan
winning.
Taylor has not been slowed down yet. He got slowed down yesterday
One
with
game.
Daniel Jones.
You have one of the hottest offenses in the NFL. They come in and have an off game
The game was
against
on
the
the line
highest.
versus the Rams. He had the ball. What did he do?
Listen.
He threw a pick.
You're not going to yell at me and tell me that Indy is fucking awesome. All right, you're just going. Indy was a force coming into this game. They have one of the
not a
top
force. They
offenses
were
in
good.
the NFL. They have 2 MVP candidates. So you can't just sit here and say they're not good.
I didn't say they wasn't good. You keep saying that. I said
At
they're not
1
a
to 10.
force.
1 to 10. What do
They're
you
not
give? What
a
do you give the
force.
Indianapolis Colts? 1 to
They're
10
7.
scale. 7.
That's not a force.
7 pretty good.
That's pretty
I'd
good.
give
That's
them a
what
9.
I said.
I'd give them a 9.
I give them a
what I
7 too.
said.
So,
Well,
by
you
the
give
way,
them a 9. You saying they're the best team in the league?
No, there's definitely teams
Well, who
better
a
than them.
10?
So who's
Definitely
the force?
The Indianapolis Colts. They
So if
have
they're
been
9,
buzzed on
if they're
everybody.
9,
this
who's
time.
a 10?
Kansas City, Buffalo.
Kids, we just what?
okay, by the way, Jonathan
in the
Taylor
playoffs.
didn't get stopped yesterday. They just didn't give him the ball very much. They got behind early, and they gave him the ball 14 times, and Daniel Jones threw it 50 times. Okay? So
and
maybe
he
that's
threw-
their fault.
he
Maybe
threw
that's the
That's
coordinator's
not their
fault.
recipe
But y'all
for
just
success.
say y'all trust Daniel Jones. So who's like if you put the ball in the hands of your quarterback, who's an MVP
You're sitting
candidate,
over there and saying Indy's trash. That's what you're saying.
No, you're not gonna put words in my mouth. I never said
But
that.
that's how you're over here defending
I
them.
said
You're
they're
telling me that they're not a good team.
Y'all was making it seem like this team was unstoppable, and I'm sitting here telling
They were.
Okay.
It's who they were playing, which you can't help your schedule.
Doesn't matter.
You can't help your schedule, but
But we
y'all acting like
gotta say
got
when
no-
they play the Rams, the Broncos, and Pittsburgh, like winning teams, they do look different, right?
No, they had the Rams beating it. The what's his name? A.D. Mitchell. He's going
Yeah.
across the goal line.
Skip, that
on
was
a
like the first
7-yard
play of the
pass.
fourth
He
quarter,
drops
though.
the ball.
That was like the first play of the fourth quarter.
Okay, and then Tutu Atwell, the slot corner, just falls down at the snap.
Yeah, you
fell
know
down.
why he fell? Because he put his
Tutu
ass on the
Atwell,
ground.
he had caught a ball all
He
year.
didn't fall. He
Y'all
hadn't
gave
caught a
the
ball.
ball
Skip.
to the
Hadn't caught a ball.
MVP candidate.
He put him on the ground.
What did he do
Oh,
with
stop. Tutu Atwell? It was
When he
80
gave
yards.
the ball to the
Tutu Atwell
MVP
been making that
candidate,
team
What did you do? What did he do?
5 years straight.
All right.
Skip.
Okay, I'm going to give
Atwell
you
ain't trash.
some more comedy for you guys to laugh at. This is my third shout out to The Athletic. for today. They have a Super Bowl simulator that they do every Monday morning after the game yesterday.
Man.
The Indianapolis Colts still have the best chance of making it to the Super Bowl in the AFC, says the athletic simulator, with all the stats that you despise in it. They're 19.8% chance. The Steelers are 1.6% chance of making the Super Bowl, in part because they have to play the Ravens twice before this is over. Okay? That's why.
So did this simulator predict the Super Bowl last year?
I don't know.
All right, well,
We'll have to look. All right,
don't know about
I
all
do
that.
have Mike Tomlin's quote though that you wanted, so let's pull it up
Wait,
real quick.
let me see Mike T.
There's a fine line between drinking wine and squashing grapes in our business, and that's an example of it.
That's an example of it right there.
I still don't know what the fuck.
Hey,
I might put that shit on my wall,
So
man.
he's saying his defense finally drank wine instead of just squash
I don't
wine.
know
I'm
what he
saying
was
he
up.
emphasized you take
I'ma
away the
put that
running
shit
back,
on-
that quarterback
Hey,
can't beat
Skip,
us.
I'm gonna put that shit on the canvas and put that shit in my dining room wall. Man, it's
All
a
right.
fine line between drinking wine and
That's what
squashing
he
grapes.
emphasized.
Hey, I just fuck with the quote. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so-
Whatever it means.
So you're saying it's a shot at the Colts, right?
I mean, ain't that who he just beat?
Yeah, but I'm saying he's just talking about his defense.
I was seeing his defense.
Yeah. They
I don't
finally
know.
woke
All
up.
right.
They finally woke up and they had a great game yesterday.
They're
I
great.
don't-
They're
just
finally
squashing
drinking
grapes,
wine,
they was
yeah.
actually drinking wine.
Well, let's move on. Let's talk about some upsets because we got two games that were upsets I got to talk about. So the Panthers named Rico Dowdle finally running back one, and it paid off. That man went absolutely crazy again yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
No one could stop him. And then also the tight end that we've been loving on the show
God,
this year, Tucker Kraft. He's officially out for the season.
Dang.
He has a torn ACL. That was like 2 hours ago we found that out. So, Gerald, how did the Panthers beat the Packers?
They did the opposite of what Pittsburgh did.
They
They got
squashing
physically
the grapes?
beaten. They got physically beaten in the one area you couldn't get beat in, and that's running the ball. They knew Pittsburgh knew if we take away the running back, quarterback can't beat us. The Packers allowed the running back, which has been the best part of this team on offense, to do what he does and didn't put it in the hands of the quarterback. They got physically beaten all game. They gave up on first down 136 of the 163 rush yards. What you can't do, there's a formula when you're at home. What you can't do as a home team is allow the road team to come in and run the ball. You can't do it. Because you handicap what's the best part of your team, which is on this Packers team is the pass rush. If they are running the ball, they can't rush. And I know I can't wait for you to talk about Micah, but if they're not throwing the ball,
I know.
if they're not throwing the ball, how is
Guys,
Micah
Skip was
going
gonna talk about
to
Micah.
how is Micah going to do what he does, which you say he's is a pass rusher? They just got physically beaten. They didn't take away what they should have taken away, which is the run. They didn't make Bryce Young beat them. They just allowed them to run up and down the field the whole game. And that's what I'm saying. It's not about what you teach, it's what you emphasize. I don't know if that's on the players or the coaches because they're going to run the ball. That's what they're going to do. They ran the ball more than they passed.
They did.
Yeah.
If you don't take that away, that's what happened. And then they had more penalties. They turned the ball over more. They laid the egg at home.
I agree. Rico definitely came out and dominated that game. He took it over. Shit, on the final drive, when they got to go down and get this field goal, you would think they'd be trying to throw the ball around. Shit, they handed that bitch to Rico.
Yeah.
He
They're
had
like,
a
we
20-yard
trust
run
you,
to put
Rico,
you
at this
in
point.
to put you in field goal range. 20-yard run to put you in field goal range, man. So he definitely took the game over. But I think the Packers didn't win that game because they didn't score in the red zone. They got down there time after time. They was 1 for 5 in the red zone. That's how you lose at home. They threw a pick in the red zone. They fumbled in the red zone. They turned the ball over on downs in the red zone. He missed the field goal in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? So it was 1 for 5 in the red zone. That's the quickest way you lose at home if you don't score when you get down there. And on top of that, shit, it's gonna get real tough for them because Tucker Kraft went down in the third. And it seemed like when he went down, the struggles just cranked the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? They Randy Moss. So I don't know. I don't know about them. I don't know about them Packers right now, man. It's tough when you lose a guy like that.
Before y'all go, remember week 2, we talked about the Packers. My question mark was, who was the number one? who are they going to go to? Everybody needs a guy you can go to.
It was Tucker Kraft.
Sometimes, and now he's not there.
He's down.
That was my concern with this offense. Yeah. Is Jordan Love, who is he going to go to?
So you're out on the Packers for the year.
They still going to be. I'm talking about why they lost yesterday. But the question at that moment was,
I might be out on the Packers for the year.
Was them being like the top team, and I was like, nah, it's too many question marks. Some of these, you seeing it right now.
Well, the Carolina Panthers, they won this game in the trenches. It was all on the big boys up front. They got smashed by the Buffalo Bills the week before. James Cook and the Buffalo Bills came to town, and they put it on them. Now you got Carolina coming into Green Bay, 2 touchdown underdogs. Green Bay's got the 3rd best rush defense in the NFL. Carolina's comes in with the 5th best rushing offense. And they said, strength on strength, we're going to dominate you. Rico Dowdle is explosive, man. Why? How did they let him go?
Because he never did that.
Yeah.
Exactly. He never showed that. I mean, 130 yards, 2 tuds,
Guys get
sealed
better.
the game.
He found his spot.
Yeah, he found his spot. Yeah, and they feed him. You know, Carolina's taken a little bit to get going, and they've had their ups and downs, but this is a big win for Dave Canales and these Panthers. They went in there and they put it on Green Bay. My one complaint about Green Bay is they always play down to the level of their competition.
They do.
They can go in there and go.
Lose to the Browns.
Right, but then they go into Dallas and they're going back and forth. They look like 2 of the top offenses in the NFL. Then you get yesterday, 1 touchdown and 5 red zone trips. Tucker Kraft done for the season. Couldn't get the run game going. Derek Brown absolutely wrecked that game. Derek Brown, he's a hell of a player.
He can ball.
He's a great ball player. So this was huge for the Panthers. They went in there and they put it on them, and they deserve this win.
By the way, we won that game 40-40. That Green Bay and Dallas game.
That's it. That still counts for Dallas win.
Hey, everybody, here we go.
Here we
go.
go.
Ahead.
So I kept watching this game, and I kept looking for one. You know, number one. Where's number 1 today? I don't know. Where is it? Is he? Maybe he's hurt. He's hurt. Is he out? No. Wait. I don't know. I had to look at the stats to see if he played, and I look across the stats and I see 0 sacks, 0 quarterback hits, and 0 pressures. Well, they give Micah pressure just for lining up and waving at the quarterback.
He
It's a
definitely had pressure for sure.
Huh? No, he had no pressures.
I seen one with my own.
Really?
eye.
You saw it? Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't find any because I couldn't find number 1 yesterday for the Green Bay Packers because I thought as a 13.5-point favorite at home, he would just wreck the game against that miniature quarterback of the Carolina Panthers. And I agree, they didn't throw it that much.
Threw for 100 yards.
But you know what? Here's what happened last week in Carolina. Rico Dowdle said, hey, just give me the rock, man, because I know him. I practice against him. He will not try to tackle me. He wants no part of me. We will run.
That's what he said about Micah?
Just call every play for me to run at number 1, and I'll be fine because number 1 will backpedal. Like
his biggest runs was away from Micah, but
no, I think he ran at Micah a lot. But I couldn't find Micah. Maybe he was out of the game.
Micah had TFL yesterday.
Maybe he had one. He did have one. Yeah, but it wasn't Rico Dowdle that he tackled. So my point is that game was a carbon copy of all the games I watched Micah Parsons play for my Dallas Cowboys game after game for 3 years after his rookie year. I watched that game happen where we were huge favorites and I kept waiting for Micah to take the game over and I don't know what happened. That's the guy. That's who they just paid all that money to. And God bless and good luck.
So they didn't pay Micah to take the run. Take the game over when a team come out and run the ball 33 times and pass it 20 times. That's not on Micah to take that game over.
Okay, so you made him the highest paid non-quarterback in football annually.
Right.
And you say you don't need to tackle.
We ain't saying there's no need to tackle, but I don't expect you to take the game over.
Aiden Hutchinson, Max Crosby.
They don't take the game over versus the run either.
Yes, they do. Have you seen Max
watched
Crosby?
fucking the Raiders get toted off.
Max Crosby against the run.
So teams don't run the ball against the Raiders.
Where were they?
The teams not run the ball against the Raiders.
But I'm saying
y'all moving the fucking bar again.
Those great players make plays in games like this.
So do teams run the ball against the Raiders?
Doesn't matter. We're talking about
they run the ball every week against the Raiders.
Players.
And we don't hear Skip say shit.
Individual players.
We'll hear Skip say shit when teams come out and run for 150
against the runs.
When teams come out and run for 150 against the Raiders, why Skip don't give us no spiel about Max Crosby?
We're not talking about the Raiders defense.
He got the same checks. He got the same check.
He's a dominant player, flat out.
So he don't dominate against the run. Teams go run the ball every week. They go tote the bitch on the Raiders.
Do me a favor. After this, go to YouTube and
I don't
watch
want to
Max
watch no damn
Crosby
YouTube.
highlights.
I'm gonna do
Max
you a favor right now.
Crosby highlights.
I'm gonna see how many yards did the Raiders give up against the Jags rushing.
I'm talking about individual
yesterday.
defensive ends.
Let's see.
It wasn't that.
So
much.
we,
Well, let's
so
see
we
what they
put
did
yesterday. We put in yesterday. You know,
The
listen,
Jags had 150 rushing. What the fuck did Crosby do?
Look up Crosby.
Why we pay Crosby? He can't stop the run.
Look up Max's stats.
Fuck his stats. He ain't stopped the run.
Look
How
up
do you
Max's
know?
stats.
He ain't
It'll
stopped
be
the
on
run.
there.
How do you
Look
know?
them up.
because
I know he ain't stopped the run because they had 150
yards.
They had
Y'all putting
150.
this on one person.
Carolina had 160. They had 150. Why we ain't talking about Crosby?
Okay, let
That's
me get.
bullshit.
Let me get. Listen.
That's moving the baseline. That's what we
Listen,
doing.
that's
let me
No,
get.
that's
No,
what
no,
we
no,
doing.
no. It is. It is.
No.
Let me tell
That's
you why.
moving the baseline. That's
Because
what we
this is
doing.
what their coach. This is what your coach. How you stop
Week
the
after
run.
week.
You stop the run like this. First, you got to set the edge. And then two, there's no movement in the middle. After that, we rally to the ball. The edge was set. Go look at that game and tell me where they was running the ball. One away from Micah and two in the middle of the defense where the D tackles was getting blew off the ball.
Okay.
How is that on Micah?
And the week before that, the Chiefs ran for 150 on damn Crosby.
How is that?
That's 2 weeks in a row. That's 150, 150.
How are we putting that all
I'm
on
not
Micah?
talking about the Raiders' run defense as a whole, but I'm talking you put on a game.
Let's see what the
you
coach
watch
did to
Aiden
him.
Hutchinson run around and make plays all over the place. You turn on a Raiders game, they suck, but Max
Okay.
Crosby is showing up. He's
does.
not disappearing like Micah does.
So
Yeah.
he disappeared because they gave up all these yards. That's on Micah. Why?
Why
What
is
about everybody else?
Well, is he the best player on defense? Michael
Yes.
Parsons?
But what about
Is Crosby
everybody
the best
else?
player on defense?
Yeah, and I hope Jerry trades for him, and I'll take it.
All right, well,
What
shit,
about
well, you better
everybody
get
else?
used to it because the Jags had 150 this week. The Chiefs had 150 rushing last week. So it ain't no damn different than
And
Mike.
we talk about showing up. Bryce Young threw the ball for 10 plus yards 7 times.
Yeah.
7 times.
Yeah.
Like what is he doing the other 13 times he's
Can
throwing?
you read me Micah's stats from yesterday?
0-0-0 is what I wrote.
0-0-0.
Yeah.
Max Crosby in a losing effort yesterday. 3 solo tackles, 1 assisted, 4 total tackles.
always in a losing effort.
1 sack, 3 tackles for loss.
Who they play?
That's a guy
Who
who
they-
shows up.
and
they play?
don't forget the 150 yards that the Jags had rushing.
That's all
he
the other
did.
10
And
guys.
he stopped them 3 times.
You know, hey, listen, Richie.
What I'm saying
That's
is
bullshit.
that Micah disappears for stretches, and then you have other guys getting paid the same amount of money, and they flash. What TJ Watt do yesterday? What Aiden Hutchinson do yesterday? Max is on a shit team, and Max is still making plays.
Okay,
You got Micah
hey,
up there in Green Bay
hey,
doing.
TJ
He ain't
showed
doing
up-
nothing now,
TJ
right?
showed up yesterday. You ain't heard TJ name all year.
We haven't.
Because stats don't. That's y'all think
All
stats
them
win
yards.
games.
No, listen. TJ Watt is one of the best pass rushers we ever seen in this league. What's Pittsburgh Achilles heel this year? Giving up passing yards, right? Why is he not getting to the
You guys are
quarterback?
talking
So
about
now we gonna
bad
blame TJ
teams.
because the
I'm
whole
talking
team giving up
apples
yards.
to apples. Impact playing defensive ends that get that much money when you don't show up in the stat sheet, you are not contributing.
You are contributing though.
So they gave up
You are,
150
bro.
yards
Stats
and y'all
don't win
blaming one
games,
person.
bro. So I got 0 picks in the playoffs. So I ain't contributed none of the fucking playoff wins.
No.
Nigga, I'm fucking following around Andre Johnson. I'm following around people
So-
shutting them down.
So
You know what I'm saying?
We're talking
Is
about
there-
impact
Is
defensive
there
ends.
another Pro Bowler on the,
Man, come on,
Packers
bro.
line?
Stats don't win games.
Hold on, Keith. Is there
Yes,
another Pro
Rashawn
Bowler?
Gary.
Okay, what'd he do? Y'all
Not
don't
much.
know.
They
But
got their asses
we just
kicked.
blaming Micah.
Well, he makes all the money.
Rashawn Gary make
Mike is the
$100 million
highest
too.
paid,
He's a Pro
and he
Bowler
has
too.
Zero impact.
He
He's
make
a Pro
$100 million
Bowler
too.
too.
He's a Pro Bowler just in name. Just in name.
Oh my God. All right.
Bruh,
Yeah.
Hey, stats don't win games, brother. I promise you that.
Easy.
I promise you can infect the game
You can
and
fall
not
back
have
on
0 stats.
and you can fall back on total defense and them giving up a bunch of yards. But when you turn on the game every Sunday,
Yeah.
Max is flashing, TJ Watt's flashing, Aiden Hutchinson's
All
flashing,
right.
and then you have Micah disappearing.
Yep.
But every game, whoever played the Raiders gonna have 100+ yards rushing.
See, yeah,
and he
you're-
get a,
you're-
he get a.
you're
all right,
taking
so
it the
that's what
wrong
y'all
way.
did. Y'all
Taking it
that's
the
what you
wrong
did
way.
with Micah.
You just pointed
You just said
out
they had
Micah's one
160,
game
and so where
because
was
of all
Micah?
of these yards.
I'm
now
just
you
doing
blame
the same
Micah
thing
'cause
you
this
doing.
team gave up all these yards.
All right, 65% of the chat says that Max Crosby's more dominant than Micah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
but-
Anybody with eyeballs can see that Max Crosby is more dominant.
We not saying he ain't. I'm not saying he ain't.
Even if he is, we saying y'all can't put all the blame on Micah.
That's
You
all
take
I'm
it.
saying.
You own the team. You write the checks.
I'm definitely taking Max.
Thank you.
But that wasn't the question.
Thank you.
That
I'm
ain't what we
saying
talking
you can't blame one person for the whole team giving up this many yards.
And I am agreeing. I'm just saying Micah disappears. Great players show up.
That is a fact.
All right,
Proven.
let's move on because we got to talk another upset. So J.J. McCarthy, he's finally healthy for the Vikings, and he definitely wasn't perfect, but he did make some big plays. And he upset one of the best teams in the league, the Detroit Lions. So I did not see this coming. I personally have questioned J.J. McCarthy if he is the answer for the Vikings. I've never been a J.J. McCarthy fan, but Richie, did J.J. McCarthy make the difference in the win against the Lions?
I think so. I think so because you saw that team that came out and they played fast, they played physical. I think he gave them a shot of juice. Was he perfect? No, but he definitely made some big-time throws. He showed off his arm talent. And back in the first part of the season, we were talking about J.J. McCarthy coming in. They couldn't do nothing on offense. But you got that kid running around, getting the offensive line going. So I think he brought them enough juice to get them going. But this was on that defense. This was on that Vikings defense. They stepped up in a huge way yesterday. They shut down Detroit's run game. They got after them. On offense, they had both their tackles back. They controlled the line of scrimmage. They ran the ball, and they made a bunch of plays down the stretch. So, yeah, I think J.J. McCarthy, he gives them something. He definitely gives them something, and that defense is playing well. They didn't put it all on J.J. They ran the ball. J.J. made enough plays, and Minnesota gets a huge win, saves their season.
Huge win.
Yeah, I say it was that run game. They got them tackles back. They got Aaron Jones back. They toted the hell out the ball. And then my dog Flo against the Lions, man. He played good against the Lions. He did just enough to slow them guys down, took the ball away. And I put it more on that than I would put it on J.J. McCarthy. But he did use his legs and in the red zone, and he did some things.
He had some good plays.
He had some good plays that flashed, but I want to say they won the game because of J.J. McCarthy. I think they won the game because how they ran the ball and that defensive plan they had against the Lions.
Yeah, I think we all agree this defense was the key yesterday. They, again, it's not what you teach, it's what you emphasize. They understood the key to this offense is the run game. They took Jared Goff is not beating you dropping back passing. Jared Goff is great at play action. Why is he great at play action? Because they can run the heck out of the ball. Brian Flores said, we're going to take the run away and make him beat us. They played behind the sticks the whole game.
They did.
And Jared Goff is not great when he got to play behind the sticks.
11
TFLs, 5 sacks and 10 QB hits. You know why that happened? Because he can't just turn around and hand the ball off. He has to drop back and beat you with his arm. And they understood that defensively, that's what they did. And, J.J. McCarthy did, like Aqib said, he did some things, but this one was on the defense.
This is simple to me. J.J. McCarthy finally replaced Carson Wentz. They don't buy Carson Wentz. They don't believe in him because he's going to unravel. And this kid can be over-emotional, and it looked like he was crying at the podium after the game. He got all caught up, and he wears emotions on his sleeves, maybe to a fault. But they know he's going to play. They know he's going to make a little play and a little play that'll add up to a big play.
Right.
And the one that got me was they're trying to kill the clock at the end of the game, and it's 27-24, and they're pushed back. They're 3rd and 5 at their 28. This is 1:41 left in the game, and this is at Detroit. This is dire circumstance. And the coach allows that young quarterback to make a throw on that down. And that's one where you'd be tempted to just shut it down and punt and just see if you can hang on for dear life with the defense that had played so well all day. But he let him throw it to Jalen Naylor, and he throws him a back shoulder, and it was sweet. It was right on time and right on the dot. And it converted, and they were able to kill the clock. 16 yards to Jalen Naylor. That was impressive to me. But if you look at his numbers, it looks like a Bryce Young game. It's 14 of 25 for 143. Well, but the difference is they believe in this kid, and they love this kid. And you saw, I think we have it. If you can see him coming into the locker room, they went crazy for that kid when he came back into the locker room after the game. Here.
Yeah.
See, they're not going to do that for Carson Wentz.
Right.
Because stats don't win games, man.
Okay. All right.
Some guys just they play translate to wins. Their energy translate to wins. JJ is one of them guys. So I totally agree.
Yes.
I'd rather have him my quarterback than Carson Wentz as well. You know what I'm saying? It's 14 for 20 with 120 yards, 3 touchdowns. I'm taking that. I don't care about the flashy stats, and I don't give a fuck about all that, man. I give a fuck about who game translates to wins. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm addicted to.
Yeah. They came out hot yesterday. I mean, they came out hot. They were on top of them early. And JJ just brings that juice, that edge, and you could see the team flying around. You could see that defense flying around. You could see that run game grinding on him. And he just made enough plays down the stretch, but that's something you can't coach. You can't coach juice.
And then they hold Jahmyr Gibbs to 9 carries, 25 yards. That wins. That's how you win in Detroit.
All right. Well, I want to talk about a game now that I was devastated to watch because I still always have hope for the Bengals.
Crazy.
But gosh, that was the onside kick, everything. I'm like, but Williams hit Loveland for 58-yard touchdown pass, 17 seconds left. Chicago gets the win. The poor Bengals fan. I personally have a lot to say on this later. But my first question for Gerald is, was this more about Caleb Williams and the Bears or more about that the Bengals are the worst defense in the NFL?
Oh, the Bengals defense is trash. It is. Caleb made some plays, but even on the play to Loveland, it was a good pass. I don't want to take it away from him. That was a strike, but Loveland did the rest. Yeah. But the tackling
or the Bengals did
the Bengals.
The Bengals.
The Bengals.
Safety.
But the tackling was abysmal yesterday. But if you look at the Bears, they rushed for dang near 300 yards, and their defense took the ball away 3 times, and they didn't give the ball away at all. That's what this game came down to. And then his defense, the tackling all game was just terrible, man. And Caleb did. He scrambled, get that first down. Then he made a throw. He did what was necessary. But this wasn't more of Caleb because when you run the ball for dang near 300 yards, I mean, you can lean on that as a quarterback. And then your defense took the ball away 3 times and you didn't give the ball away. That's a recipe for winning. So, that defense is terrible.
I think it was a little bit of both, man. At the beginning of the year, that shit was trash to me in Chicago. That shit is no longer trash. Because Ben Johnson, he know how to run the ball. That's what it is. He know how to block it up. He see your defense, how y'all like to play. He know exactly how he want to block it up. And he going to run the ball. I don't give a damn what running back you put back there. They look like Gibbs and Montgomery. You know what I'm saying? So,
but they didn't have Swift.
It don't matter. That's why I say it don't matter who you put back there.
Some people can just draw it up.
He just draw it up, bro. He know what kind of back.
Shanahan's. They know how to draw up the ball.
He know what kind of back he want. As long as he got a whole lot of backs who run the ball like this, you put him in his offense, they gonna run the shit out the ball, man. They also are very creative in the red zone. They gonna make sure they score points, bro. And it's not just regular shit. They do all kind of shit. They had the reverse pass. They had the reverse to Moore on the touchdown. They get super creative in the red zone. That's why they 6th best in scoring offense. You know what I'm saying? Because they score in the red zone. And then the Bengals defense is just horrific. That shit is terrible. The tackling is probably the worst thing in their whole defense. It's like the little giants out there, you know what I'm saying? Week in, week out, bro. Like, why can't they tackle? I don't understand it. So
bad.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of both, though. It's a little bit of trash defense, but it's also a little bit of that Bears offense is coming, man.
Yeah.
So I just need to say, Joe Flacco died and went to Chase Higgins' heaven.
Yeah.
Because,
he did.
Seriously.
He's like, I want to drop
4
the balls to these
games
guys.
for your Bengals. His passing stats for the last 4 games are by far the best in the NFL in every category. Every category. He's just lighting up like on all-time pace for just 4 games. But unfortunately, they can't stop anybody. They're way worse than my Cowboys defense.
Yeah.
Statistically, way worse.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel good because I watched them and I said, well, I'm not so bad, right? I'm not that bad. And yet,
that's saying a lot.
But even Joe Burrow, he can't save this.
No.
I mean, what can you?
It's done.
Hurry back.
I think Burrow is a good quarterback, right? I think he's a Super Bowl winner. He's a he old, but he a good quarterback. But I think the knock on him, Flacco. But the knock on him is he fucking get a ball away too much. That's why Cleveland. Yeah, that's why Cleveland said, bro, you supposed to be taking care of the ball. You supposed to be saying ball control, defense, run game, and you giving the ball away. I think that's the same thing he doing for the Bengals right now. You fucking still giving the ball away. Your old ass can't even fall to the ground with the ball. He falling to the ground and dropping the ball on his way to the ground. So I'm like, man, it's the same Flacco to me, man. He's surrounded by greatness.
He
but
is.
you still giving the ball away way too fucking much.
450? What are you?
470. Career high.
Four touchdowns.
Flacco, yeah.
Yeah, and the Bears gave up 495 yards. I mean, that's not good. You know,
it's not.
like I feel like in the end we're talking about two not very good teams.
But the difference is the Bears are leading the league in these takeaways.
They are.
Yeah.
They keep taking them.
They're number one.
But they give up
They're
big
saving
plays.
them, yeah. But
They give
you
up a lot
take
of
that
big
ball
plays.
away and get possession, and that.
Yeah.
Hey, they might not do nothing this year. Man, you give Ben Johnson 2 more seasons.
Okay.
They're going to be running that north.
And by the way, do we have that Chase Brown quote from after the game?
Yeah.
I was curious because I heard you guys talking about it before the show. Okay, here's Jamar Chase.
Now, Jamar, he can say what the fuck he want to say.
Okay.
You Jamar Chase.
We just got to play complementary football. Like, we put the ball in the end zone and go up a point at the end, finish the fucking game. Like, just end it. Like, that's it. Like, that's what we need to do. Just end the fucking game. Like, make them get us the ball back. Let us fucking go to 22 victory and let's end the game. That's how I feel. Any playmaker on this team, any position, like, we're all willing to do whatever it takes to win. We just gotta finish. I think that's like what you go into this bye week thinking and kind of repeating to yourself is just finish these goddamn games. Please finish them.
So obviously,
go.
yeah.
Hey, man.
Or
Hey,
either one.
oh,
both
yeah.
you guys.
I got something about the Bengals defense. Bengals defense is bad. Zach Taylor, great offensive mind. He's a genius. He's able to plug Flacco in, and Flacco is able to go down the field and run certain concepts and get the offense moving. But this defense is ultimately what's going to get Zach Taylor fired. This is inexcusable to have an offense that can go up and down the field and score points like this and put up numbers each and every week, and then you're losing in this fashion to Chicago. Chicago's definitely building something, right?
Yeah.
Their issues lie on the defensive side of the ball, and but the offense is coming along. You saw Ben Johnson getting his bag a little bit yesterday, running the football, a couple little reverse passes, getting things going. But to me, the play of the day was Loveland over the middle.
Yeah.
You have 2 safeties converging on him, and both missed the tackle, and you give up that long touchdown in a critical situation. This defense will get Zach
Okay, so
fired.
you're saying Chase Brown's right to say what he said?
100% Jace Brown is right.
No, the
to say
heck.
that.
And you're saying
if I'm in that
fire
locker
Zach
room
Taylor.
still-
Hey, man,
I'm not saying fire Zach Taylor. I'm saying that
gonna
the
get
defense
fired.
is going to get him fired because they wanted Lou Anarumo gone.
I disagree
Lou
with that.
Anarumo went to Indy, and now the defense is worse.
If I'm in that locker room, you would have my video up on the screen this morning. Because I would have told him, shut your bitch ass up, bro. Worry about that offense
I
shit. You know
understand.
what I'm saying?
He ain't right to say
It would have been any given Sunday in real life.
His frustration's boiling over.
It
man.
don't
matter.
matter, bro. We don't talk. No, it's a Cardinal sin to talk about the other side of the ball, especially publicly. We can hash it out,
When
whatever.
they're that bad?
It don't matter, man. I don't care what we doing. Handle your business.
Hey, you come play safety then, my boy.
I'll get out there.
You get your ass out here and play safety then.
I would've made that tackle.
And I would've been right there
taken
in
Loveland's
media.
head off.
I believe that. I believe
I would have taken Loveland's head
Ever tried
off.
to make a tackle in the open field?
Yes.
Like this? Well, get
In high school?
NFL talent. You
In
tried
high
to make a
school?
tackle.
On a
interception.
couple interceptions.
A couple interceptions and shit.
I think I got to look it up. I think I got like 3 or 4 tackles in my.
How many you missed though?
I got wheels.
How many you missed
Well,
though?
some of them I couldn't even get close because I felt like I was running in sand, just watching the guy go by. Oh, shit, he's about to score.
So Rich, y'all playing, and I get in the media telling, man, they just need to block.
Our fucking O-line
They
is
just need
shitty.
to block.
And they
If we
blocking
out there,
shit.
if we out there getting after the quarterback, they need to protect our quarterback. How would you feel about this?
I've been on teams where it's gotten so bad that one side of the ball is doing so well that those shots come out. And a lot is made out of them. And it definitely rips apart the locker room. But that's where the Bengals are at in their season.
If I'm sitting here saying the O-line needs to block, they need to block. How is Richie reacting to that?
I'm pissed off, and I'm going to that offensive line, and I'm saying, fuck this motherfucker. We are going to get this offensive line going. I'm going to use that as motivation to get those 5 offensive linemen going.
See, I'm pissed off, and I ain't going to the DBs. I'm going to your ass. And I'm going to make sure I go to your ass right while the motherfucking media. You want to talk in front of the media? I'm going to let the media fill up in the locker room. Then I'm going to go tell you something crazy, bro, about yourself. You know what I'm saying? and embarrass you
man,
like you're trying to embarrass
It don't
us.
matter what
So-
happened. It
But
don't
he's,
matter what
he's
happened.
talking about
dog.
the offensive scoring and finishing the game.
Man, he talking about the defense.
He said, y'all
But
get a
get a
stop.
stop.
He
That's
said,
what he
get a
said.
Get a stop.
You talk
Get
about
one stop.
You talk about my side of the ball. Handle yours.
Yep.
Handle your side of the ball. Don't talk about my side of the ball.
They scored.
It don't matter. You ain't doing what I'm doing. You don't play my position. You're not watching the film I'm watching. You don't know what type of workouts I'm doing. You don't know what my focus is or none of that. Don't talk about what I'm doing over here, because I ain't said nothing about what y'all doing over there. I don't care how good it is. You don't talk about the other side of football. That's why y'all seen it any given Sunday, Lawrence Taylor cut J.D. Fox's car in half. That's real. That ain't fake. Where you think they got it from? And you know, he told him, man, he over here talking about it. He said, what? And then what did he say? Respect what we paid. That's what he told him, because you don't do that. You don't do that,
real.
man.
That's real.
That
shit would have pissed me
That's
off.
frustrations boiling over.
It don't
in a
matter.
young
Be
player.
frustrated and come to me and like, gee, man, y'all, man, dog, what happened?
What's he gonna say? Hey, you two, make the tackle. You
gotta
lost
say-
us the game.
We
You
got
don't say nothing, bro.
Our offense turned the ball over 3 times. Why he didn't say we shouldn't even be in that position because our quarterback turned the ball over 3 times?
Exactly.
Why didn't say that?
Because the defense sucks.
You don't say
But
nothing,
why
bro.
didn't you say our quarterback turned the ball over 3 times? He didn't say nothing about that.
Do you guys think Zach Taylor should get fired though?
No, I think
Nah.
Zach Taylor is he's the offensive coach. He's the head
Yeah.
coach, but
Yeah.
he's the offensive coach. The problems ain't on offense. You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't doing his
But
job,
last week with the Jets, it was fourth quarter. They're down by 2 touchdowns. He's still throwing the ball.
yeah, I mean he made some decisions, but still with the Jets, how many points they had?
38,
39.
Yeah, he dropped 39
39.
last week. They 40 this week. I'm not firing him. I'm a fool if I fire him.
Yeah.
Who I'm probably gonna fire? Who the fuck did he hire the defensive coordinator?
No, but they let go of the Colts defensive coordinator.
They
That-
let Lou go.
But did he,
hey,
but
the
did
problem is
he do
Lou
it?
got-
Or did they put him upstairs?
No, he
No,
did it.
the person who-
Zach did it because
What's
they've been
Duke-
together forever.
Duke
I was
told
with
me
them
So
that
in
Zach,
Miami.
did
Duke
it.
Tobin
Zach
needs to
did it.
get
If Duke
fucking
told him
fired.
how you say his name, blame him.
I blame him
Because
too.
you the one bringing the players in here.
Exactly.
You had a first-round pick. If we wonder why our defense can't get going, you had a first-round
They
pick
draft
this
like
year,
shit.
and you drafted Shamar Stewart. He had 4.5 sacks his entire
Oh,
college
God.
career,
That's it.
and you wonder why he can't get the
listen,
quarterback in the league.
Cincinnati's always been a bad franchise.
You're not bringing in the guys.
They don't bring in great talent. They don't sign
They
their
draft
guys.
shit.
They
let people
because
walk. They
they
let
let
DJ
people
Reader
walk.
walk. Jesse Bates. They let him walk.
He got rid of the coordinator, right?
Yes, that was on Zach.
And
Yeah.
that
was
coordinator is in
100%.
Indy.
Well,
He
you
got
say
the
that's
boys
on
rolling,
Zach.
right?
I haven't seen that's on
No,
Zach.
but I'm
No,
saying.
I think
know
it's on
'cause
Duke
I
Tobin.
played for both of them, and it was a really big thing that Zach had to let Lou go because they've been together since their Miami days back in the early
But
2000s.
Rich-
Yeah.
So Zach talked about how that was a really tough move for Zach because he loves Lou, and now they get rid of Lou, and the defense is worse.
So what's the
That's on
what's
the
the
head.
difference in how he was?
Well, who
in
the GM?
No, that's what we talk about. That's
Duke Tobin
That's what
needs
we
to
talk
get
about.
fucking fired.
It's him.
Well,
He's trash.
the GM has something to do with the hiring of whoever the defensive coordinator is right now.
But he came and
He has
it's,
something to do with it.
Al Golden, who came from college.
But
Yes.
hey, he got something to do with it too. So
But even the
Fire his ass.
coordinator last year, the defense was trash last year. He with the same coordinator as in Indy,
Yep.
and the defense is pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the difference? The players. He got 3 Pro
Right.
Bowlers over there,
Right.
opposed to his best defensive
100%.
player is hurt, and then you draft this kid.
Right.
I mean, who?
Well, I mean, look at the
but
Bengals.
who's bringing in the players?
But look at the Bengals. They have Trey Hendrickson. He's a difference maker out there at defensive end. He gets a ton of sacks.
He hasn't been
hurt.
there though. He's hurt.
I get he's hurt, but you're dragging out a contract extension with this kid for over a year now.
But that's what they do.
Because
that's
DJ
what they
Reader,
do. That's
Jesse
what the
Bates,
Brown
they
family
never,
does.
I'm saying,
they
but
never
that's not
sign
Zach
guys.
Taylor,
They
though.
let them walk.
because they believe in paying their offensive players. They're
Right.
trying to make sure they got
But
their O-line and their
other
receivers
teams
and
are
their
smart.
quarterback.
We have a difference maker on defense. This is our guy. He's a great guy in the locker room. I mean, all the things are adding up, and then you drag his contract out for 2 years. The rest of the team's seeing that. The rest of the defense is seeing that. So I'm sitting there as a defender. Okay, I could be one of the best at my position in the NFL, and the Bengals still are going to fight me for every dollar.
Well, who cares? Like, as long as I'm one of the best, shit, somebody going to pay me. It's good to explore other cities.
But look
in the
at
National
Trey.
Football League.
Trey is frustrated. He's hurt. I mean, this is a
Trey
bad
frustrated because he knows, boy, hey, the Bengals got to pay me, or if I go somewhere else, it's going to be like a one-year deal type situation. He a little bit longer in the tooth. You know what I'm saying? So he's just trying to get it how he live with his home team.
But they didn't talk to him at all. They haven't negotiated with him. They haven't talked to him. Give the guy a little money. Give the guy a little money. Don't break the bank.
Zach Taylor, I don't think he don't need to be fired.
Zach Taylor done dropped 40 this week, 40 last week.
Kinsey, think about this.
You're a fool if you fire him.
Think about this. He's a bad call in the Super Bowl away from being a Super Bowl winning coach. They get their stop against the Rams without their bad call. They win that. The game
the defense was all right in the Super Bowl.
Before the year. Who'd you pick before the year?
I picked the Bengals.
So did I. I picked the Bengals. So I'm not going to fire the coach.
I ain't going to fire him either.
No. I don't think it's Zach Taylor. I do think it's the GM, but Mike Brown is never going to fire the GM because they're fucking cheap as fuck.
No, but he's the owner. I mean,
if he has years left on his contract, he ain't going to fire him because he's cheap. They've always been cheap. They're a poverty franchise, and that's just what happens with the Bengals, unfortunately.
And they came within one play of winning the Super Bowl because they
and then they let Jesse Bates and DJ Reader walk because they didn't want to pay him.
At the end of this season, Zach Taylor's going to go sit in Mr. Brown's office, and he's going to say, Mr. Brown's going to say, what is your plan for this defense?
Yeah, definitely.
That's a conversation that needs to be had. And if it leads
but they ain't making big moves for they just don't do that.
That's the Bengals. This
is the
Bengals. This is the situation they're in. They got a high-flying offense and terrible defense.
You fire Zach, then you're going to have a terrible defense, and we don't know what's going to happen.
We don't know. Exactly. I know exactly.
So, I mean,
that ain't going to change
at least
nothing.
keep my strength
Exactly. You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Over here.
I'm at least keep this right here.
But I'm not going to make them both weak.
Right.
Yeah. Well, they got to make moves on defense. Obviously, I think we know the Bengals season is over. But let's move on. I have one more topic for us. Let's talk about that field goal that hit the record book because Cam Little, during preseason, he had a 70-yard field goal. But, of course, couldn't be in the record book because it was preseason. So he's like, I'm going to confirm that. 68-yard field goal yesterday. And then to get them to overtime, 48-yard field goal. So Cam Little, Skip, how impressed are you with him?
Weirdly, not much. Seriously, weirdly, because he said after the game, it'll probably last one more week because we're in the equivalent of baseball's steroid era with the footballs being kicked in the NFL right now.
You're just waiting for your guy to
get to doctor their own balls and put them to whatever they want to do, whatever voodoo they want to work on the footballs, and they're flying off feet. And yeah, my guy, if you give him a chance, he just hadn't had the chance. Could he make one from 72? I believe he could. Brandon Aubrey.
Yep.
And I hope tonight he gets a chance to walk it off with a 72-yarder because he'll boom it right between the uprights and he'll probably clear by 5 yards. So it's hard for me to get excited about this because look at the numbers now. We've already had 7 60-plus yard kicks made, and the record was 5 and 22 and 23. So we're halfway through the season. We've already made 7 from 60-plus, and it'll just keep on keeping on. And I don't hate it because it's exciting. I hate kicking. I always have hated place kicking because it doesn't belong in the game that you guys played at such a high level because these are all soccer players. Brandon Aubrey played soccer at Notre Dame and had to go to the USFL to make his way to the NFL. But the point is, I just kind of shrugged. He made one from 70 in preseason. I'm like, next? Okay, who's next? Who's got next? Because somebody will make one probably coming up within the next few games that will break that record.
So that makes it unimpressive?
Well, I mean,
he's like everybody's
shrugging like
he's just mad Aubrey doesn't hold the record. He wants Aubrey to get it.
If Aubrey would have hit that bitch so every year, Skip would have been in this motherfucker with his new Aubrey jersey.
Hey, we watch the combine every year. Somebody run a 4.3 and make it less impressive. It's still 4.3.
4.2.
4.2, yeah, you got to get in that 4.2.
Yeah.
But we see 4.2s, and then Xavier Worthy ran the 4, so it makes the 4.
So somebody come run a 4.1.
Now the 4.2.
Well, they all fucking fast.
Now the 4.2. That ain't nothing. Everybody.
Yeah, this shit was very impressive.
Yes, I'm impressed.
It wasn't like it happened in like Denver where you could kick further. It happened in the dome. You know what I'm saying? It's fair. It wasn't like it was thin air or some cheat code or something.
But he already made a 70 in the preseason.
So now expected. He said, I expect.
I'm just saying, if you set a record in the National Football League, that shit is impressive to me, man. I always said it's a club, a class of 2,000 guys in the whole world, and they get to play. We can't play no more. We too old. We too hurt. We had our time. We can't be in that club no more. You know what I'm saying? It's a premier club of guys, and if you got the furthest kick out of them guys, then that's fucking impressive to me. If you throw the longest touchdown, you run the longest touchdown, you get the most interceptions, anything you do amongst that group of 2,000 guys is fucking elite in my eyes.
I was impressed by it. I mean, it's cool. You know, anytime you break an NFL record, it's super cool. It happened against my Raiders, and another terrible loss.
I know.
Bad loss.
Well, you've got a lot of teams, though.
I feel like he fucked with the Raiders more than anybody.
That's my squad.
That's where he
That's my
played. He
squad.
played
That's
for
what
the
breaks
Raiders.
my heart to
we
watch
got
this.
We got Dolphins and we got Bills. And
He don't really like the Bills like that, though.
I do like the Bills like that. I picked them for the Super Bowl champs, baby.
Okay, all right. I just hear you.
Lot of
I hear
love.
my
And he
Raiders.
likes the Giants.
I hear my
He likes the
Bills.
Giants.
I play. It's because they were. I was in the locker room.
The
with
Dolphins
Rich and
is who he don't fuck with, really.
It was
like that,
the
right?
the Raiders is. I get it, Rich, because I was there with you.
Yeah.
I get it.
I got there in 19 with the Raiders. We had Max Crosby come in as a rookie. We had Hunter Renfrow. We had Derek Carr, Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
Was that Gruden?
That was Gruden.
Oh, yeah, that's my dog.
Gruden talked me out of retirement to come play for the Raiders.
Gruden, that's one of my
That's
favorite
my
guys.
fucking dog, dude. I love Gruden. That is my guy. I hope that he is back coaching soon.
Nah, for real.
All right, well, before the show ends, we have a game tonight at Jerry World, and we know Skip is going to be excited to be talking about
blue
this.
I don't
So
know
let's
if I
start
am.
with you, Skip. We got Cardinals, Cowboys at Jerry World. Give us what you got.
This is it. This is do or die.
Okay.
If this team is going to have a shred of credibility or hope, it has to win a game. I think it can win, but I will not be at all surprised if we lose this game. I know it's not Kyler, and Kyler has owned us back in his home area at Jerry World twice. It's Jacoby Brissett. He started 55 NFL games, which is pretty impressive. And I respect him because he did go to your favorite team's place. He went to Indy earlier this year, and they lost 31-27, did Arizona. And Jacoby Brissett at Indy threw for 320. He is highly capable of doing just that. And I say Trey McBride and Marvin Harrison Jr. will have huge nights tonight against my sorry-ass defense. But Arizona has lost 5 straight games by a grand total of 13 points. So they're going to be in every game they play. And their defense is ranked 12th in points allowed, so it's decent. They're decent and they compete hard. So what have we done? So the 3 teams we've beaten have a combined winning record of 6-20. It's the Jets, the Giants, and that team you saw last night lose to Seattle. And all I know for sure about my team is that we've had only 3 home games, and we scored 40 and 40, a game we won, by the way, with 40.
Count that as a win.
And then we scored 44 against that team you saw, that sorry team you saw last night. I think we can get to 38 against Arizona because we're going to have to get to 38 because they're going to get to 35. You can book that. Jacoby Brissett will put up 35 tonight.
Wow.
So I'm going to say the operative word for the Dallas Cowboys tonight is survive. You're going to have to survive Jacoby Brissett and the highly competitive Arizona Cardinals, and I think we will 38-35.
38, close. High-scoring game.
Okay.
Nah, I don't think they'll score 35. I think y'all going to handle home field. Y'all going to put up 30. I believe the Cowboys will put up 30. Yeah, y'all get enough stops to slow them down.
Really?
Enough.
Okay?
I believe it'll be 30-21.
We're going to hold them to 21? That'll be
hold them
like
to 21?
We should have a parade tomorrow in Dallas.
That'd be
Yeah, I mean, they might get a
the
lot.
Cardinals.
They might get a lot of yards, but I just
Not
y'all
Jacoby
at home
Brissett.
Monday Night
I mean,
Football. You know, Jacoby can ball.
He can't.
Jacoby's playing better in this offense than Kyler Murray.
I
This
agree.
offense for
I
Kyler
agree.
Murray is built to run the ball, which
Yep.
they can't do. James Conner's out. Now they got Jacoby Brissett, pocket passer. He's lighting it up. I think the Cowboys put up a bunch of points tonight. I got this 35-27 Cowboys.
Okay, a lot of people for the Cowboys.
Go.
Oh,
You
God.
do.
Come on,
King.
I'm riding with the. I don't
Okay.
bet against the Cowboys at home versus regular kind of teams. You know what I'm saying? So this is one of the games that I'm gonna give them. This gonna get them to their 7 wins, they 8 wins. I like them to win in a shootout. Oh, it's gonna be a shootout.
Yes,
Best
it
believe
will.
that. 33-30. Aubrey win it at the end with a
Okay.
70-yard field. Now I'm pushing. A nice
71.
regular 50-yard field goal to win it. Aubrey
Just
win the game
remember,
at the end.
If we're all right about, are you going Cowboys?
Yeah.
Okay. If we're all right about this, then Cowboys have a bye for a month before a Monday night game at your team, the Raiders. I think it's your team, right? Okay.
When?
So DeMarvion Overshown, who's our game wrecker on defense, is on target, on pace to come back for the Raiders the Monday night at Raiders. So if we win tonight, I think Jerry tries for a big splash trade. I think he'd say, okay, we're still afloat, make us 4-4-1, and I think it could be Trey Hendrickson or it could be the guy that we talked about with the Raiders.
I don't think Max is
Trey still
Max won't be leaving.
Max ain't going nowhere.
Max ain't
And they said they're not taking calls.
He's a Raider lifer, man. He ain't going
Okay,
nowhere.
I understand what you're saying, but Jerry's got the cash, so to speak,
Yeah.
to make it to swing it.
I would honestly love that. I would love to
Okay.
see
He's not
that.
going to trade away one of his guys again, is he?
Jerry trade.
Yeah.
Well, who's his guy?
I'm just saying that the guys he got.
Like people said Pickens, but
Pickens.
I don't want Pickens to be gone.
Nah,
No.
you can't trade Pickens, Diggs. You can't trade them,
Oh,
man.
okay.
You gotta keep your guys and trade some of them picks. You know what I'm saying that you got.
I don't know
Get
if
somebody
Diggs
in.
is very tradable right now. God.
I mean, Diggs
Yeah,
good. Diggs is on the shelf for a concussion, but
know.
it's really just his knee. His knee was still sore.
I understand.
He was just not practicing as much because his knee. He got the concussion. They're like, all right, well, what better time to let you rest and see where we end up, so we can have you on the back stretch if we can do something. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
he's not on the shelf for this crazy concussion like people trying to make it seem. They're just letting that knee heal a little bit more.
Trade for that you feel will help change your defense.
Well, your pass rusher would really help. He Trey.
Yeah.
Trey.
And I think he
still
would
hurt?
be
But what are
available
the Bengals
now.
are going to take what draft picks?
Is
They
he
draft
not
like
still
Oh, they're
hurt?
for sure taking draft picks.
but they
Trey
draft
not
like
still
shit.
hurt?
That's a big risk.
Trey's hurt, but
That's what I'm saying.
They
Why
draft,
would he trade
they draft
Trey
like
right
shit,
now
but
and
they draft
he's hurt?
Keith.
he's not bad. I don't think.
They draft Jamar. They draft Burrow.
Burrow.
Like that shit. That ain't like shit to me. Them damn pretty good
Okay.
players
From the
right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
they just don't draft good on defense. They draft.
don't-
shit.
they defensive
Ocho
evaluators
Cinco, they
ain't-
shit. They draft good offensive players.
Even they tackle from last year. He's
Yeah,
solid,
they right
yeah,
tackle. He's
yeah.
solid. They draft
The
good
defense,
offensive
don't know what
players.
they looking at on defense. But
Yeah.
that ain't it.
All right. Well, okay. The whole arena's got the Cowboys tonight, so we
Good.
will see. We'll have that game tonight, and then we will be back here on this couch
Yes, we will.
at 11:30 a.m. PST, 2:30 EST. So see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and always support the arena. Woo woo!
Whoa, whoa.